Hey, everybody. Just want to remind you, if you're watching this episode of the podcast on YouTube, we do stream the podcast live Monday evenings exclusively for First members. If you'd like a free 30-day trial, please click on the link below and you'll get a free trial. We'll see you guys Monday. Here. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. This week, brought to you by this week with super special guests, Gus Sorola.
And
Our
Gavin.
always special guest.
And Greg Miller from Kind of Funny.
Just sharing a camera.
Tim Gettys. I do things with Greg Miller. That's what I'm known for.
I'm Burnie. I don't do anything with
That's what you're known for, just doing this.
And
Tim, do you remember when we announced the Final Fantasy release date?
I do. That was a great
They
time.
said it would never. It was
Good
not going to
time.
move.
It's locked
This
in.
is the date.
They had 10 years to pick a release date. Nobody was pressuring them.
Oh,
Nobody
was pressuring.
I mean,
them.
it's like nobody expected it to come out, right? It's like they're not.
This isn't
they're
happening.
not going to. They're not going to release this
Game
game.
isn't a real game.
They're going to pick a date. They pick a date, and then it's delayed.
Well, so the best thing about it, and I keep saying this, is when we did the event, they ended it with a joke where the date when they announced it said November 30th, 2016, and then the thing kind of ticked back to September, and everyone's like, ah, and now it's like, oh, November 29th. You should have just.
It was
capped it
prophetic.
the first time.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing. They knew what
They
were
did
doing.
that? I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
Bernie. Thanks for all your support.
My pleasure.
I was there, second row, right behind Epic Mealtime. Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't you
Remember?
get...
I was going to say, remember when they cut you?
I did get cut. I was supposed to be on stage.
When was this? For what
The
convention
Final
was
Fantasy
it?
15.
Bernie,
uncovered?
don't even worry about
No.
it. You just like
Listen,
you're wandering
Greg,
in the middle
all
of this
of your
conversation.
fucking appearances, it's so hard to keep them all straight. You're like Gamer of the Year.
It's true. That's right.
I
Yeah,
voted
Game
for
of
you.
the Year. How you
Mr.
doing?
Congeniality,
I was-
whatever the
That's
fuck you
right. South
were.
by Southwest Gaming of the Year.
I was
Toys
a voter
for Games,
in that,
Gamer
in that
Ambassador of the
competition.
Year.
Global Best Friend
voted for Greg
2016.
Miller.
Boom.
Thanks.
Garbage fucking award that Greg's
Oh, it's
won.
so rough over
So
here.
what?
I didn't win the Amazing Race. I'm really mad at other winners.
I'm gonna wipe my tears with my award.
Yeah.
With my gum stuck on it.
There's Bernie's gum on it, so I can't really wipe my tears.
There's gum on this one though too. So what?
That's
So
also your gum.
you did that. It was the specific Sony event, right? It was like a special Sony
was a
event.
Square
the
Enix
Final
event.
Fantasy 15 launch release date announcement event.
So Gus, why did you go to this thing?
I was supposed to be on stage with him.
Did you cut him out?
Yeah, I got cut. So
You don't pay
I-
attention. The dream.
I
Greg,
did.
I've been working on that. I got the long play for
But
cutting
I
Gus
just
out.
sat in their green room and I just ate everything. It was like, whatever.
Was there anyone good in the green room to chat it
So
up?
Gus,
No, it
what
was
is
Jeff.
what is the discussion where you get cut? Like, how does that work?
It was, hey, the show's running a little long. We're working on it. We're probably gonna move you from the main show to the post show. It's like, okay.
Wow.
And then the
There's a
post-show-
dude in a black cloak behind him with a scythe.
And then it
He's
was
going,
and-
it'll be fine. It'll
and
be
then
fine.
yeah, then it's on the post show waiting off stage, and it's like, all right, thanks for coming, everybody. You can watch all the videos online. Like, oh, okay.
Thanks for flying us here to LA from Austin.
I'm going
This is
home.
a good use of my
we
time.
were already there for the Doom thing.
Oh, right.
So
right.
it was like,
Is that what it was?
yeah. So it was like, all right, yeah, and it was no big deal. And honestly, I'm such a big Final Fantasy fan. Like, I didn't care. I was happy to be there.
Plus, the hosts
to
were
watch
so
the
good.
event. The hosts
Yeah, it
were
was great.
absolutely amazing. It was a fantastic
They
event.
were okay.
We had fun with you though. That was good. Having you and Jeff there kind of like made it even better because we just got to chill in the green room. We kind
So
of like
full of shit.
It was
No,
awesome,
Having
dude.
Gus and Jeff there made
Dude,
it
no,
better.
it was
Nothing.
awesome.
No, there's nothing like getting psyched up for an event and you have all this adrenaline. And you come back into your room and there's Gus.
Dude,
Yeah, we're like they were on stage doing their rehearsal, and I was there already eating, like in the couch, like, hey, what's up?
Greg has absolutely nailed Gus's slouch, which is incredible.
I
It's
worked for
really
years on this
incredible.
slouch.
Oh, no, it's a thing of beauty, and that's how I know about it. Because
Yep.
when we were hearing like you guys came and you're like, let's wine and dine him and try to get him to join Let's Play, and we're in a meeting and there's Gus.
It's a sign of respect
That's how comfortable you are
because
with
that's
us.
how comfortable I am. That's how Gus I am being in the moment.
That's how much you don't give
You're
a
the
shit
most
about
Gus
wherever
person
you
I've
are.
ever met.
I am the Gussest Gus that ever Gus to Gus.
What's the most important person you've ever done that in front of?
The most important person.
Oh.
I do it in front of a mirror a lot.
Nice.
Damn.
Fucking,
What
if this
angle
mic
that
wasn't
would be.
attached, I would drop it right now.
Tip it over.
Fucking, I'll just take the whole table over. Just destroy everything out here right now.
So who's the guy behind Final Fantasy? Is there like an auteur?
Tabata.
Well,
Tabata-san.
Tabata's the director of
For
15.
this game. But it was
So, here's my total exposure to the Final Fantasy franchise.
The event that we hosted that you didn't watch.
I watched that show, and also my other
Doesn't sound
exposure
like you
was
did because it sounds like you didn't know much about what's
the
happening in it.
guy from Red vs. Blue. You familiar with the show Red vs. Blue? Have you ever
I've
seen
heard
it?
of it.
The
Yeah.
guy from Red versus Blue. Yeah.
His name is
Master
Vic,
Chips.
who's in the show. He's based on a real guy named Vic, who Matt moved out to L.A., and about 4 days later, I'm in an apartment off Riverside here in Austin. We lived in apartments like Matt and I together. It was like $700 a month total. So we were just out of college. Matt moves away to LA to work on this movie that he was doing for visual effects. All of a sudden, knock on my door. I go and answer the door. There's this dude with a Billy Idol bleach blonde spiky haircut on my front doorstep. And I said, can I help you? He goes, oh, hey, dude, I'm Vic. And I go, okay. And he goes, Matt moved into my place in LA, so I'm going to live with you for a little while. And then literally I said, okay, come in. He lived on my couch for like 4 months straight. He spent most of his time in red bikini briefs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. And the other thing he did is he made me sit down and play Final Fantasy VII.
He made you do this.
Because he's like, how,
He was in bikini briefs.
like,
he was pointing very
dude.
provocatively.
He's like, dude, how
Shifting
can
his
you
hips.
not have played this game, dude? And he sat me down. I played it, and he did that thing where he sat there and watched me. Like, watched every fucking reaction
For
I had.
40 hours.
Yeah, right.
At least he's just sitting there staring at the side of my fucking head. He's like right here.
So if anyone
so-
wants to live with you, they just have to show up and say
Yeah.
that they live with you.
In,
how
in
Ashley
red
did it.
bikini briefs.
Pretty much. That's how it works.
So I would say the grandfather of Final Fantasy is Sakaguchi.
Sakaguchi, yeah.
Yes, he's the creator of the Final Fantasy.
And there was
series.
some drama there. He was
And
like the
Vic.
dude for a long time, but yeah, him and Vic.
Sakaguchi did a great video with Mega 64. I don't know if you ever saw it. The creation of Final Fantasy.
Well, he just want to get fired.
Right. Absolutely amazing. Those guys get tons of really high profile Japanese developers.
They do, and
true.
people need to stop working with them.
I agree.
I mean, just in general, like people need to stop working with Mega 64.
Why?
Because here's the deal: it's been long
Shouldn't they
enough.
work with other people? Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't we spread it around a bit?
Yeah, I mean, Mega 64. It's like they Cliff Bleszinski, Miyamoto. They get that stuff. Hideo Kojima.
I was gonna say, how many tens do I have to give Metal Gear games before Kojima comes and does funny videos with me?
Yeah, it's like, and then people work with the Mega 64 thing. It's like we get it. At first, it was a little ironic, but the joke's gone on too long. It's time to like.
It's
Rocco,
done,
put on
though.
some pants. Enough of the shorts. You know what I'm saying?
There was a joke.
Well, I mean, it's the joke that people like act like they want to work with Mega 64.
Oh, gotcha,
We've done that joke sometimes as well. So
Gotcha.
it's time to retire that thing. We all get it. We've all heard that joke of like, oh yeah, I'm dying to work with Mega 64.
Exactly.
That
The only
joke.
reason I watch our E3 coverage is just so I can see what the hell Rocco is going to do this year.
This year he just happened to be walking by randomly. Like I bumped into him
Oh, we didn't plan that one?
in the hallway. No, like I bumped into him like 2 minutes before he went on, and there was like whoever was supposed to be on at the time was delayed. So like, oh hey, just want to jump on? He's like, okay, like no prep, no nothing, just like spur of the moment off the top of his head. He was like on the stream.
Being serious here for a second though, Rocco has a very specific kind of humor that I really think only Rocco understands the methodology of it. After the appearance at E3 this year, I'd never seen Rocco like that. Afterwards, he was like, that was no good. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
don't
was like,
give away all the secrets of him.
he was like, I gotta go. And he left. But I don't know
he
what the
was mad?
secrets
He
are.
was
I'm
mad.
trying to learn what the secrets are. Like that performance to me that he had on this year's E3, that one and the year before were so fucking funny
But I
to
bet
me.
the year before he came off stage and was like, killed it.
Yeah, destroyed
It
it.
was amazing.
What do
Point
you do?
Mega
What do you do
64.
at E3?
He's just Rocco.
No,
I mean,
okay.
it's like we really don't know until Rocco shows up. We do not know what Rocco's going to do.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, honestly, you just kind of try to stay out of his way. Is the way it works. But it's something about this time, he was like, I don't know what it was, but he was not happy with the performance this year in E3. Do you think that's a fair statement?
Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah.
He likes to perfect his craft.
Yeah.
And I think he was not happy with
There's a
with that
method to the
iteration.
madness.
Yes. So this past weekend,
Mega 64 sucks.
There's a method to the madness.
64
Right to Reddit
We
with
need to
it.
put an end to Mega 64.
this past weekend,
Make America great again.
my mother came up and visited me, and
Brag about it.
I asked her. I said, "Yes, thank you. It was really a great appearance." I asked her. I said, "If you have any old VHS tapes around the house that I made while I was in high school, bring them up." So she brought me like this bag of VHS tapes. Incidentally, I think the first video I ever edited in Premiere is on a VHS tape in my office right now.
Nice.
I made it with like Premiere 2 in like
my
1995.
Really?
Yeah.
You put it in a computer and then back onto a tape?
I took it from a tape onto a computer, back onto a tape, because you couldn't really watch it. It was like you had to put it on VHS for anybody to be able to see
Computers
it.
had no outs. You couldn't do anything like that.
And one of the tapes she brought me was in this case,
Nice.
Oh my God.
which might be the most 90s thing I've ever seen. Like there was
6 hour tape. You're running that
there it
bitch
is.
in EP, aren't you?
There was a time in the world where you would walk into the store and this was on the shelf unironically.
Yeah.
Like this was a product. Like presumably a team of people
Yeah.
decided this is the best way to sell our VHS tape.
So there was LP and what's EP?
EP was the 6 hour. That's how you got the
Extended
extended play. That's how you got
Extended
out of
play,
there.
Oh, extended
long
play.
play, and standard play.
I think my
Standard
VHS could
mouse,
only do SP and LP. I didn't get EP technology.
Well, EP, it was the tech. You remember the quality dropped off
terrible.
so
Yeah.
significantly.
because it was like so much more crammed into it.
Yeah.
So
What's,
it's
up with what's that T120 though? What does that mean?
T120 is VHS. T160, I
so
think,
at
was
the,
beta.
at the
Betamax?
highest
Yeah.
quality, it could record for 120 minutes.
Yes. Oh, I never made that connection.
Yeah.
What was the resolution?
640 by 480.
Yeah.
If you, on a good day,
Yeah.
analog.
Guys,
640
what was
by
the
480.
Reagan administration like?
What's that?
What was the Reagan
It was
administration
tough.
like?
Do you know, I actually remember when Reagan got shot, and I thought to myself, that's what happens to presidents. They get shot.
Yeah.
Because I had only heard about presidents getting assassinated.
America.
So they said the president got shot, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's just supposed
When
to
you're a
happen.
kid, that's like the most
the end of
exciting
it.
thing about presidents.
Yeah.
Which are the ones who got shot and killed?
Yeah, and I had never heard of any other presidents. So I thought, oh, yeah, it's totally normal. This is supposed to happen.
He knew what he signed up for.
It's a weird period in America between like 1963 and 1975.
I would say a weird period between like 1976 and 2016, but yeah.
But I mean, a lot of people got shot. Like there was somebody getting assassinated like once every couple of years. Like, I mean, we have shootings now, but back then it was like raw assassinations.
No, back then it was like important people. Now it's just normal people. Because that was the old thing. You used to be able to just like, I'm just a normal person going to the mall. Nothing bad will happen to me. I'm
like-
not running for public office.
It's like the change
Life
from
sucks now.
broadcast television to YouTube. Used to be you had to be someone special to be
You used to have a
distributed,
talent. You used to
and
have to
now-
be a talent to be famous.
Anybody can be on the internet.
And Greg, if you look at that, like, what's the difference between the early '80s when it was only people that were in political power that were in danger,
Yeah.
and then later today, people now just going to the mall in danger? What's the main difference? Mega 64.
Thank you very much. That's what I thought
It's a
too.
solid
You
point.
got there before me, but that is what I
Mega
think
64
too.
wasn't around in the '80s,
Right.
And then
They're-
people were just shooting at leaders.
All these lanky people and then Rocco, and they're up to something. They're up to something.
Bringing it full circle.
You idiots been playing No Man's Sky.
Fuck
Nope.
yeah, we have.
Yes.
Greg's all about that.
Specifically avoiding it. Greg and I recorded a game time.
Why have you been avoiding it?
Here's why. Out of respect to the game. Because I know that game. I think that I would become addicted to that game, and I can't afford right now to become addicted to that game, so I'm wholesale avoiding it.
He's driving us dinner now. He's just like, oh yeah, No Man's Sky, that sucks. I don't know why you were doing it. I'm like, you were into it. You were watching me play it today, and you were saying how much you
He's
liked
trying to
it.
convince himself. He knows he doesn't
Don't
have
try.
time for
Don't
that.
give up,
I-
Bernie.
Why like
Come
this?
back to us.
That's a great coping mechanism.
Stop working out and come back to us. Play video games. Have fun.
I think
Dude,
that I
Come back to
hated
the fat side.
I think I hated that game the first 5 hours I played it, and then like something snapped, and then I loved it.
I know the bit that snapped for me is when I could finally get a new slot every time I go to a space station.
Yes.
I was like, now this game's fun. I'm only 9 hours in.
Yeah.
Well, once I discovered it, right, and it was just I kept making the bypass chips, and I'm like going there. I'm like, yep, send me to a drop ship. All right, here we go, new inventory slot, because I want to keep collecting the gold, so I can trade in the gold, so I can make spots for more gold.
Sounds like
all
Joe
I want to
Heyman
do
on
is
the
have all
podcast.
this stuff.
I just last night got a new warp reactor that will let me go further. I was talking to Jeremy and Ryan about all this stuff. Like, oh yeah, do you go to the space anomalies and like go to the Atlas interface and all that stuff?
Like, no, we just
and they were like,
scan things.
what are you talking about? I was like, well, then you can go through a shortcut, maybe go through a black hole. And Jeremy's like, oh, I've just been like farming Gravitino balls and just selling them and going back for like 9 hours. I was like, oh, okay, so you're not really playing the
They,
game.
they
then.
haven't
I
learned
guess-
how to play the game yet.
Yeah, they
That's-
didn't
and-
know what I was talking about.
And that's the thing I think with No Man's Sky is you don't play. I mean, you can play the game you want to, but ultimately you need to play the game it wants you to play.
Like any
And
other game.
It's almost like it's going to sound
RPG.
maybe kind of douchey, but it's almost like learning to speak a new language. It's like there's all these unfamiliar elements. You're like, what's the best way to interact with all of this? And like really learning from the ground up what you're supposed to be
Well,
doing.
if you want to
even.
learn a language, just touch a knowledge stone. That's what I say.
I still keep going up to these goddamn aliens, and I'm like, I've touched $1 million stones. I'm touching stones left and right, just put them all over my face.
And then you say,
and I
like,
still go
one
up there, it's
word.
just like traveler. I'm like, motherfucker, I've learned other words.
Yeah, it's like blah 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 blah. Friend. Blah blah blah.
He wants your gun. I'm like, I don't know, take it. The game's kind of shallow on this end. I'm sure I'm gonna get it back.
But the big fuck up, of course, is if you swap your ship out. If you pre-ordered and then you swap your ship out for one that does not have a hyperdrive, and you don't have the hyperdrive blueprint, and then you're fucked.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah, because if you pre-order, you get the pre-order bonus ship, which has a hyperdrive pre-installed, so you never get the hyperdrive blueprint. So later on in the game, if you swap your ship out for one that does not have a hyperdrive, you cannot build a hyperdrive, so you are stuck and you cannot warp.
Well, I landed the other day at one of the outposts, right? On one of they have that like spinning thing on that like all the other ships land on. And I went in the outpost, did whatever, talked to an alien, left. I went and collected some stuff, and I came back to where my ship, I parked it on the outpost thing, and it was gone. And I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. Like I left, and another ship came and landed, and then spun around and went into the ground. And I'm like, oh, this ship's going the ground. No big deal. I walked around it, jumped on it, left, came back, and then I walked up to the terminal. It's like, oh yeah, you can do this, but you have to make a bypass chip. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like I just parked this here. Like you didn't tell me it was like it's like fucking free parking
It's like
over here.
complimentary valet.
Exactly.
You get towed and there's no number of
So then I'm
where
running
to
like a
find your
moron
car.
trying to find iron just to make the goddamn
Oh
bypass
my
chip.
god.
One thing I wish you could do easier is like sometimes if you're going slow and something's really far, I'd be like, you'll get here in 8 hours. I want to just fly there for 8 hours. But you can't. You'll always get attacked by some bastard.
Space pirates. Yeah, they're out there.
It's like, or I want to go on like a 9-hour walk across the planet.
I had a
Why can't
you
you do
can do
that?
that.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably have to keep picking up stuff to charge your stuff.
Of course, but that's the game.
The first time I died in that game was because of a really stupid bug. I don't know. Bug question mark? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was my fault.
Maybe it's a feature.
Maybe it's a feature. I don't. Maybe I'm not speaking the correct language yet. But there were enemies in space. I was in space. I was in the space station. Enemies were nearby. So I leave the space station and I'm looking for them and I can't find them because they're parked in the space station.
They parked?
They weren't parked like you're supposed to park. They were parked like on the edge. So I was like, shit. So I tried to shoot them, but as I'm trying to shoot them, I get back into the space station. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to leave and I'm going to try to shoot them on my way out. I'm trying to shoot them on my way out, but my shots go past them into space and a friendly ship is coming into the space station and I shoot it and I'm like, uh-oh. So then Sentinel spaceships show up, and I'm like,
you don't want to fuck with them
I'm like,
fuckers.
all right, so I killed them. I'm like, all right, I made it. Then more show up. You're like, no, fuck.
I like that there's like all this fire going on and you're just like, there's a misunderstanding.
It's a total misunderstanding. It was a mistake. But the problem was, since there were enemies there, I couldn't warp. I couldn't use the pulse drive. It's like I had to do something to address that situation.
I was coming into a planet's orbit and like landing on the planet, and it was like, alien or enemy ship. Enemy ship. I'm like, well, whatever. And I land, and I run around. I'm great. Climb back in the ship. Hours later, take off, and it's like, enemies. You can't warp. You can't do anything. I flew out. I'm like, I'm gonna find these motherfuckers, and they were caught like in the stratosphere of the planet and the outside. So I would start coming in, and I could get a few shots on them, and then I'd start landing. I'm like, no, god damn it, come out and keep coming back in. Come back in.
One
It's
thing
very rhythmic.
I think I like the game. I'm not sure. It's a game.
We've been hearing
It is
a
a game.
lot about
Definitely.
this game.
This game,
I
like,
think
it's
I like it, or I
definitely-
think I don't like it.
I'm
definitely
20 hours
nice.
in. I'm still on the fence.
Yeah.
It's like
That's what I
Final
hear about this
Fantasy.
game.
We're going back.
Well, that's the thing. Is like this reminds me of people
I
in
need
Final
Vic to
Fantasy
come stare at
13.
me.
Fuck
It's like,
you.
oh,
This is not Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy 13. It gets good 12 hours in, and it's like
80 hours in. 80 hours in. It opens up. Fuck you. You know what I mean? This is not that at all. This is just very much like there's a loop. There's just this loop over and over again of more inventory slots to get more inventory slots, more stuff to get a better ship and do this. It's Minecraft without the actual building.
So I'm pretty sure it's good and that you should get it. But one thing that pisses me off, and I'm wasting all my time, like if you do something over and over again, it sucks. You're wasting time doing it. Whenever you are boosting towards a planet and then you know where you're going, there's like an abandoned building or something. You come into orbit, into the atmosphere, but you're way too far away from it still. So I always boost back out and then come back down directly on top of it, and it saves you like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. It's a
Oh,
huge
way
pain
more
in the
than
ass.
that.
Yeah, way more than that.
And then as you're coming down, you're decelerating.
Yeah.
So it's like I try to go where I'm going in the planet, pointed up.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
whole time, that way you're like accelerating or keeping a good speed, and then you dive down for the last second.
I come in, I go back up, I flip upside down so I can see exactly where it is, and then I like come in like this.
These are the real problems Neil Armstrong had to deal with.
So why don't people just play Elite? I mean, now because it's a more
This is a lot more
robust game at this point. I mean, No Man's Sky sounds like it's going to be a great game. It's weird. It's got the same problem Destiny has. And it's odd because it's got a very similar interface. Watching Greg play it looks like the aesthetic for the menus and everything.
When
It's
you were
like-
watching me play, and you were saying how good it looked, and you wanted to play it
yeah,
before you talk shit in the car to your fiance.
Just want to look cool.
Just yeah, exactly. Like you're
throw me under the bus.
You're fucking big jock man over here. Don't like nerd games.
please take it easy. I love exploring games. Gus would hate playing WoW with me because I would go and explore the map and like unlock different.
was
parts of the
awful.
map. Yeah, he hated it.
I'd find him and he'd be like surrounded by bats. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd be like, help me.
Like you're 15 levels too low for Eastern Plague Lands. Get the hell
I
out
just
of
want to
here.
explore that part of it.
Have you guys found stuff that's found by the people?
Yes.
Once there's one planet I've been to. that
But
was
what are the
like-
other ships? That I saw him playing. There were other ships.
Oh, that's just fucking
This
bullshit.
NPC.
Don't worry about
Bullshit.
that, yeah.
I have found planets and animals, and maybe a couple of plants that have been discovered by other people. And it's always disappointing to me because you scan
yeah.
it and you're like, motherfucker.
Because it's like
somebody
there's
else discovered this.
There's money locked into that, right? Of
Right.
like it is that thing of like I'm scanning and like I don't even rename shit anymore, right?
No,
'Cause
no,
it's
no.
like there's too much shit. I just want
Yeah,
the
I
money.
I
name
Keep the money.
stuff for my convenience.
Anthony cost? You're done with it?
Well, no, that was just for a Twitter post.
Well,
Fuck
I-
Anthony Carboni.
Greg's making content just to make content. That's
Fuck
all he
Anthony
does.
Carboni.
I'll name planets like shit, there's loads of gold here, or like
Yep.
who
No,
put
no,
a black
no.
hole in this system.
The
Stuff like
first
that.
time I found a galactic terminal on a planet surrounded by gold, I just called it that galactical terminal. So I knew to go back to it.
Yeah.
Smart.
I think I named the first planet, and then after that, I was like, no, wait, I can make money much faster
Yeah,
if
I
I
don't need
don't
to sit
name
here and,
anything and
like,
just
do
like
this stuff,
cycling
yeah.
through it.
Have you put any rude ones?
No, I just named one, and that was it.
But it was the thing of like, I got really into it on Saturday. And so we flew out here on Sunday, and I did have that moment of like, do I pack the PlayStation?
Yeah,
Like, am I
yeah.
that guy who goes on a trip and like plays in his hotel room all the time? And I talk myself out of it, and I really regret it.
I love
should've
playing
And I
done
just
it.
hang out.
I
You
love
should've
playing
owned the
myself in
plane.
hotels. It's like the best thing.
Yeah.
See, if you were an Xbox fan, you just take the new Xbox and fucking put it in your pocket because
It's not that
kidding?
small.
It's not
that
that
small.
It's tiny.
No.
You put it in the game's
PS4
case and you fucking rattle
PS4 is
around.
still smaller than the fucking Xbox One S.
What's that?
PS4 is
that's true.
still smaller than Xbox
Pretty
One
sure
S.
that's not true.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true.
No, I don't think so.
No hyperbole at all.
Yeah, it is.
And it's lousy.
No
There's
way.
no
The
ki-
PS4 is way thinner.
Oh, thinner?
Yeah, the
Sure,
Xbox One S
maybe.
is like that
But it's
still.
like, the Xbox
No.
One S is like a controller and a half.
no, God, no.
Yeah.
It's like two and a half
Oh.
maybe.
Can
Yes,
somebody
that one
please
half. It's
bring a Xbox One?
Order one from
S?
Amazon Prime now.
Yeah.
Let's get one here right now.
They got one in the know.
Oh, yeah.
But I was gonna say the complaint that I hear the most about No Man's Sky is basically the same thing as Destiny, which is people are saying, I really don't like this game that I'm spending every single waking
sorry.
minute of my life playing. And that was like Destiny. It's like people are complaining about Destiny while playing it like 80 hours a
Right.
week.
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing. I was complaining nonstop about No Man's Sky for hours as I was playing it.
What about though? Just
Like,
lack of direction.
Inventory management's terrible. The
Right.
inability to move upgrades. Like, let's say you have an upgrade on your multi-tool, right? If you want to move it, because they don't tell you a lot of things. Like, if you put an upgrade close to other upgrades, sometimes you get harmony.
They chain,
And
yeah.
you can get, like, synergy, and you can chain them together. If you
What?
put one... Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
No.
If you put one in the wrong place and you want to move it, you can't move it. You got to destroy it, and then you got to make a new one.
Yeah, I like the fact that I can't see what technology I could make because I've not got a free slot.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Yeah,
do that?
the
And that's
crafting.
always the gamble. I think I've upgraded a green laser.
Yeah.
I think
and
I've
then you
got
trash
a green
something,
laser.
and it's like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
want to make anything else. Let me make this. Oh, I need this stuff.
For
now.
me, like this is the thing I keep hanging my hat on with the game. I'm enjoying it, and I'm having a good time with it. And I keep going back to the fact of when I sat down at E3, 2 E3s ago, with Sean Murray and talked about it. The way he talked about it sounds so much like Minecraft when it first started. Where Minecraft started, and like now you play Minecraft, you jump in, you know all the recipes because they're there in the game, and that was not the case, right? Like Minecraft is what really pushed wikis forward in terms of like people getting together and sharing information. And I really feel that if this game can survive, which I think it's going to, that's the same case here, where it's going to be every update gives you something major to this game where it's like, oh cool, you hated this, but we fixed that, and here's this, and there's that, and you'll keep going to the point where it's completely different by the end of it.
Same
Absolutely.
with Destiny too. Like it was like, oh, you got strange coins, and then
Fuck.
Oh, Ashley
Fuck.
has an
Fuck.
Xbox S.
Fuck.
That's
Go away,
awesome.
Ashley.
Bring
Yeah.
it in.
Go away.
Oh, here's a PS4.
I love this.
Damn, I can't believe I was this wrong about it. Look at it. That is that motherfucker. I was wrong, Gus.
The only reason I know that is because at home
burns to touch it.
There we go.
Burns for Greg Miller to touch the Xbox One.
I stacked my Xbox One S on top of my PS4 at home.
No, but I mean, even this, I was arguing that it was way smaller. Here, it's bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
Man, once
This-
again,
the-
Sony
the-
comes out on top. Who
The
would've
Xbox
thought?
One S does have
Just
the vertical
like the
stand on
PlayStation
it.
Vita, out on top.
Way better than the Microsoft
But
Portable.
the Slim is a little bit less heavy. A little
Yeah, because I'm always picking up my
Yeah.
console, so that's
Stop trying
great.
to- stop trying to make fucking.
It's not like the
excuses here,
GameCube with
Bernie.
the handle on it, though.
Oh my
needs
God.
That's
like-
the best portable console of all time.
it needs the Connect on it though.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Hope that wasn't your home console.
Into the glass of water.
Have you tried?
You make
I
that
love
Rooster
that.
Teeth money. You don't care.
You owe me a new console.
I know, I owe you a new console.
Has anyone gone through the process of trying to get the adapter for the
Yeah, you-
Connect?
I need to do that.
No, it
I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
You
What's
need to
on
get all
there?
the serial
Three.
numbers.
No, rub it some more. Rub it.
Is your No Man's Sky on there?
Yeah, a little more.
I will say this: Ashley and JD played No Man's Sky
God.
I mean, at
till
least commit to the
4
list.
in the morning. Like I went to bed, and JD just stayed up, and the two of them played it the entire time. I asked him the next day. It's like, so what'd you do in the game until 4 in the morning? Like, I don't know.
Harvest Gold.
I don't know what I did.
No,
I
that
did
was-
the same thing I did every
got
moment
Emerald.
prior.
It's like I was telling you, yeah, totally. Where like my girlfriend's in
Damn.
Germany, and so like she went to bed and woke up, and she's like, "So what was your day like?" I'm like, "Got a lot of emerald and got a lot of gold. I'm getting closer to having all the inventory slots, but I'm not there yet."
That's the thing. It reminds me of something like Pokemon Go in a lot of ways, where nobody understands exactly how the entire game plays.
Nobody
But
knows. There's no
that's kind of-
documentation for that game.
But that's the fun of it. Is it's just like hearing things like
figure it out,
Gavin's
yeah.
being like, oh, you could do that. I didn't know that. You talk to people and you understand.
I would just like
think-
an area of the game that actually teaches that to you if you want to know. Like, I like that it doesn't force anything in your face, but I still want to know it if I want it.
I kind of like the way it is now. Now that I've played enough to know what's going on, I like the way it is now because it's almost like a club, right? Like you were talking with Jeremy and everyone else, like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing that? Like, oh, you don't get it yet. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I understand what's up.
Well, that's the thing. I think that like sites like Kotaku are really going to make this game either thrive or fail in the future over the next year with their blog posts of like, oh, this happened here, and people are going to read that and be like, oh, I want to do that too.
I did learn how to expand my inventory because of a Polygon video.
There you go.
The,
I mean,
the
I think
drop
it's
pods
those
and
types
all
of
of that.
sites
Yeah.
That was
are
the
gonna
thing
do
of
it.
like, when I start, like I'd been doing 20-minute chunks every night, a couple times a day. And that's a shitty way to play the game. I really feel like you need to invest it. So Saturday when I sat down, I put up a tweet and I was just like, I'm finally jumping in. What's everybody's tip? Like, what do you need to do? And the way, go after the Atlas storyline like this. You wouldn't think to, but you need to, and this, that, and the. And I was like, oh, okay, that actually did help in terms of making a more well-rounded experience. And I like having those conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is the opposite, right, of every game that holds your hand and is like, all right, X does this and B does this. And have you
haven't-
taught it? Do it 5 times in this room before you get out of it.
I haven't really learned much from the internet yet, except that trick where you can melee and jump and
yeah.
boost, and you can kind of like sail across the
Run,
plains.
melee, and boost.
Yeah, yeah. It's very useful for getting around.
Yeah.
I do it all the time now.
Here, let me. I got something I need to read here.
Do it.
I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by big thank you to Harry's for keeping my cheeks free of facial hair.
Oh yeah.
Not everything, just here.
You see, like
I
3
get-
times the amount of use out of these razors
I
as
get
everybody
like
else.
raccoon mask if I don't shave. Like all of this is just like
Are you like that Mexican
a
wolf man?
mess. Yes, I am like that.
Why is it
And
gotta be
please,
Mexican?
I encourage
That's
everyone
the
to
thing,
tweet me
because the
images of
wolfman
that,
is
'cause I haven't
the
seen that in a
I'm
million
standing up
times.
for you, Andy.
So here's the thing. It's
Can I get a
when you
minority report?
when you shave off all the face hair, like, do you just not know what human eyebrows look like, or do you just? I mean, do you-
I don't know if you know this. I devise my power from my eyebrows.
do you?
Like the power of the universe focuses down like that.
There it is. Look how
Right into the
look how
brain.
intense he
Why
was.
is
I'm
the
asking if
universe
he does
coming
this,
from
and
2
I'm asking if
directions?
he does
It's
this.
it's actually
Bang.
3-dimensional. Just you only can see the 2 dimensions here.
Do you pluck this area in here?
No, but there is one eyebrow hair here in the middle that I will pluck. It's like a unicorn. It's like thicker and bigger than all of the other
Super
ones, and
dark.
it starts growing out.
wow.
I actually have one of those on each eyebrow. I have one hair that's the length of the entire eyebrow, and I just fold
I
it
have
down. So
those in
you
my
won't- you
eyebrows
won't
as
notice.
well. Ashley fucking hates them. She goes on the hunt for them.
He's right. He's not making it up. There it is.
One of
See
each.
it?
Oh,
He's got-
Gavin
he's got
doesn't lie.
one
Gavin
big,
doesn't
one
lie.
big long one
Yeah.
that goes this way.
So when I see it as I'm shaving my cheeks, that's when I'm like, oh, gotta plug
Going
it.
in.
Gotta grab
I
it.
see it as
Unibrow
like the
unicorn.
guide for all the others to go against. Like, I'm
Sure,
with
sure,
this
sure,
guy.
sure.
He's like making No Man's Sky videos for them, and they're following. So we got a little something here. A few weeks ago, I'm gonna catch these guys up. A few weeks ago, we had this discussion. You know, we get food in before the podcast every week. And a couple weeks
Yes.
ago, we had some In-N-Out brought in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was looking at one of the ketchup packets, and it said it was tomato ketchup. And I said, isn't that redundant? Like, isn't all ketchup tomato ketchup? And we found out that there are many kinds of ketchup.
What?
No.
And we've got them all here.
Oh, gross.
My God.
All of the
Every kind of
ketchup.
ketchup.
We've got all the ketchups here, and some French fries.
I like that
So
you guys
that-
put
I'm
a
excited
table.
about this.
You guys put down a table that's literally the size of his other table.
But my beer's on this one. So we've got standard tomato ketchup.
Why is it blocked
Banana
off?
ketchup.
We've got banana ketchup.
That's not
it's blocked
ketchup.
out for a reason that I'll get to in a minute. We've
He
got
wants us to guess what kind of ketchup it is.
blackberry ketchup,
What
These are all
makes
the
it-
same.
What's the difference between
That's-
ketchup
see,
and
this is-
jam?
blueberry ketchup,
No, this part is bullshit farmer's market
and
garbage.
raisberry chipotle
It's
ketchup.
artis-
Fuck
artistic-
Farmer
So,
Tom
I
and
will say-
Farmer Susan in there.
These look like farmers market stuff, like
Yeah.
you're talking about. Banana
Banana
ketchup,
ketchup looks
apparently
kinda legit.
is very popular in the Philippines.
Motherfuckers from
okay.
San Francisco,
Looks
you
like-
cannot come in and talk about pretentious food. For 8 years, you worked across the street from a fucking grilled cheese restaurant.
Hey,
that's
don't
all
hate on
that
that
they
place.
made. That's
No, there
all
was
they
two
made.
of them. There was 2, and they competed.
So I asked
They
them,
were- they
Only
did.
in San Francisco.
You can also pay $15 right now for the best chicken parma of your life across the street.
Oh man.
How much was a
Shouts
grilled cheese at that
Americans.
place? Like
Oh, you don't wanna know.
$35.
You don't
It
wanna
was
know.
so
No,
expensive.
you don't wanna know.
A grilled cheese sandwich was legitimately probably $13.
Why do you guys? Why do you live in San Francisco?
Because that's where
You
IGN
have-
took us. That's
you
why
have
IGN
your
took
own
us there.
business, though.
Yeah.
You could just
Good
go
Everybody's
Detroit.
entrenched now. Everybody's entrenched. They got families and shit.
So I asked them. I asked them to block off the names of the tomato ketchup because I wanted a fancy
Well,
one and a
that's
generic
Heinz,
one.
and that's Hunt's.
But I said maybe we could put it like in another dish that way nobody knows
What
what's
makes it
what.
fancy ketchup?
That's clearly Heinz.
got a green
That's,
label.
Yeah. Well,
That's organic.
No,
No,
yeah,
that's
I was gonna
right.
say organic.
And
That's
this
the
is
Heinz.
like
That's the
something
Heinz
else.
organic. That's the
What do you think
Hunt's.
fancy means for ketchup?
I think we kind of failed on
Yeah,
that.
that is a
front.
good question actually, because they do have fancy ketchup on
They
there
do.
too. That must mean
Fancy
something.
ketchup's a thing.
Hand-
There's no fancy other
Squeezed.
foods. Like I
You
never
want
had
some
a
ketchup?
fancy hamburger.
I mean,
Fancy
yeah.
feast is a
What kind of
thing.
ketchup do you want?
I want to try the Nana.
The
No,
Nana?
no.
It looks like mustard. That's why I'm going for it.
Banana ketchup. How do we open this? All right.
Although, do you find that if you have an idea of a food in your head and then you have something different, it's wrong?
That's the thing is, I think if you just ate this and didn't know it was ketchup, you'd be like, all right,
That's
this
banana
is a sauce.
Gavin and I ate Kobe beef steak, which you can
It's
only
really
get
thick.
in Japan, and there's 8 restaurants in the U.S. that can sell Kobe beef. Have you
I
ever
feel
seen?
like I've been to more than 8
I see
restaurants
Kobe
that have
beef on the
that.
menu all the time.
There's always an
They're all
asterisk,
liars.
maybe.
They're all liars. Every last
Is this
one
like
of them.
champagne,
It
where
smells
champagne
like-
can technically only come from Champagne?
You are
but
There is an
Correct.
exception.
These are cold
there
and
are
flaccid.
some places in Northern California that
Story
are
of my
allowed to
life.
make champagne
yeah.
and
I
market
can't
it
have
as
a cold.
champagne.
A
But
cold
guys, I was
In-N-Out
telling
fry.
them that there's 8
I'm out.
places in the
I'll do it.
U.S.
I want the nanners.
There's 8 places in the U.S. that can sell Kobe beef,
Interesting.
and everyone else who says like they have a Kobe beef burger, liars.
The line.
What?
How is it? Is it good?
It's fucked up because it just tastes like ketchup.
It's just yellow ketchup.
It's just vinegar.
Let me get one of those. Can you pass one down?
I mean, all the flavor from ketchup comes from vinegar, right?
We
So
don't
it's
know,
really just
Dr.
different color.
Tom.
Was that an insult?
I'm
not sure what happened right
Why'd
there.
you feed me so many beers?
I had 2 beers.
This does just taste like ketchup.
I went to go eat chicken wings.
Is the
with-
nanner ketchup
Greg,
Greg
that's
That's just jam.
That's some blueberry ketchup.
Okay, now you didn't shake this up at all.
Oh, that I'm not happy
Hey,
with
that
that.
fell out of the jar. I couldn't even pour that.
Yeah, that's just like ketchup.
Yeah.
Basically, they can make anything into ketchup.
Yeah,
just
shout,
say
shout out to
Greg.
bananas.
Greg.
You guys won.
Look, it
You
doesn't.
guys
It
won.
doesn't move.
Yo,
It doesn't
want to give a shout out to
unconditional.
bananas
Float.
right now?
Would you just chug that cup?
That's blueberry.
Sure.
Oh God, no,
oh, God,
no.
no. Jesus.
I will
God.
give you $1.
Gavin,
from
do you know
my
how much
wallet.
money I make on Patreon? I don't need you.
Oh,
it's not
wow.
even taking. It's not even taking this
It's
ketchup.
not taking it.
The blackberry ketchup's a lot smoother.
Which one was this?
That's
Smoother
blueberry.
than what?
Oh,
Than the
Are you?
blueberry.
How come you're not eating any?
Because I hate ketchup.
Oh wow, that's actually ketchup. This one. Look at that.
you want some cold fries?
I don't really like cold fries.
Why
I
did
just
you
can't
put
have
Gus,
on
we're
cold
learning
fries.
nothing from this.
No, we're having
Banana
fun.
ketchup is just ketchup.
We're having fun.
The blueberry ketchup wasn't anything. This is blackberry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
blackberry.
blueberry like doesn't even taste like anything. It's like the water of ketchups.
You ate that way too slowly.
And raspberry
I don't
chipotle over
remember
here.
this one.
Why, what's wrong with Bad? Does it taste
It's
like?
not bad. It's all just like maple syrup, though.
So it's just weird on a fry.
This is a no go.
Just you take a sip of this.
I
Just
like
take
it.
a sip
Kind of
this
funny
one.
taking a hit for us on this.
Take a sip of that. Just take a sip. Chug it.
Do it.
Just a sip. Just a sip. Just a sip.
I'll
There.
put a little tonguey.
Okay. There it is. You got the tonguey.
You know when you go to IHOP and you're
Oh,
upset
I don't like the smells of this.
because
Which
they're
one
out
is
of all
this?
the other
That's
syrups?
the,
That's what
uh,
that one is.
The blueberry one?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one is that?
No,
Is that the one
It's
I
the last one you
used
just poured.
Raspberry
Blackberry.
chipotle.
Raspberry chipotle.
That one smells dog.
Yeah.
I'm just eating fries at this point.
What? You're in them like strips of
Gavin,
fish.
Gavin, we had the worst waitress tonight when we went out.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to go eat chicken
How's that
wings
one? Real
with
fast.
Greg, and it was horrifying
Fine.
how bad a waitress she
you can
was.
you can have the chipotle in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe my
This
hands on
one's
this,
all right.
this pillow.
The I love Hitler as a verb pillow. That's a
Make
Bite
sure
the pillow.
Barb hugs it tight next time.
Then we got
Oh,
napkins.
here's a napkin. I
Oh, sorry.
realized.
Fuck
I was like, yeah,
Barb.
go for it. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, here, I can take those off your hands.
Wait, so are we doing the other? I still want.
Would you like real ketchup?
Yeah, well, I mean, like one's Heinz, fine, done.
Cleanse
I got
the
it. What's
palate.
the in the Hunts and the like?
It looks like it.
Do we have? Do we know what's the differences?
Well, who takes a cap off a
Why
ketchup
don't you
like
just
that?
squirt it through the hole?
I don't
like
eat
a normal-
ketchup normally.
Clearly.
Just pour them all over the bowl of fries.
You never squirted ketchup through a hole?
No.
Do you open a can of Coke with a
That
can
is,
opener?
no, that is not. That's a fucking lie, Gus. You've totally. at
Everyone
some
knows
point,
how ketchup works.
At
even if
some
you-
point, you've used ketchup.
You are
No.
you are around people who eat ketchup. You're around humans who eat ketchup.
For those of you
attention.
listening to the podcast, he unscrewed the lid at the top of a flip top like squirt bottle
And then he made a mess of the lid.
in
so
a
you're
massive hole
an
that he was
animal.
going to squeeze the ketchup out of.
Well, they have to compare the different brands.
All right.
God, the
So
noises.
this, do I have to unscrew that one? What is happening here?
By the way, Gus hates when people eat on the podcast. Greg,
Oh,
so-
It's fine.
Why are you just handing it to me? What do I do with
You
it?
got to test that one
You want me
too.
to take off the top and dump them in there?
I want you to see if you can tell the difference.
So I'm gonna pour him some.
We argue about the way
that's-
that language changes, like
Sure.
GIF or GIF. By the way,
GIF.
GIF.
It's GIF.
GIF.
You said GIF? I thought you said GIF. The whole
No.
IGN crowd said GIF.
No, that's
No, but
Colin.
me and
Only
Ashley got
Colin
in a
does
fight
that.
about this last
Only
time on
Colin
the know
does
because
that.
she's Little Miss Jiff, and I'm like,
Little mischief.
nah.
Also, the spelling of woe and woe. That people.
Woa.
How do you spell the word woe? Spell
Whoa.
it. Just spell
If
it.
I would say whoa,
Just spell the word.
W-O-A-H.
that is
Wrong.
not a word.
W.
Whoa.
W-O-A.
Whoa.
I would say WHOA.
That's the
correct.
word. That's a word. Woe is a word. Woe
I went to
is
journalism
not a word.
school.
It never has been a word.
Hi,
But that's
Greg
okay.
Miller.
Language is changing on
And
the fly.
Ian has
on
taught me
Twitter.
that, though. Like,
coming up
the
on
internet,
500
Twitter,
million followers.
you
You
can
want to
see
join?
the
Be a cool
trend
kid. Do
of
it.
like
Yeah.
whoa,
I'm gonna do this
catching
now.
up to everything else.
Wow.
Yeah. However, there's no argument. Ketchup lost.
Yo, they lost hard.
Ketchup lost, right, Gus? The
It's like spelling.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Gab, but it's like spelling color with a U. Like that's just.
Do
like,
you say ketchup?
Nah.
Do you spell it
Wow.
ketchup?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Gavin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How do you spell ketchup?
I'm caught off guard.
Ketchup
The
is
Hunt's
spelled
better
like
than
it-
the
like Heinz
organic
spells.
Heinz.
Really?
Yeah.
The Hunt's is better.
Than the organic
Let's
Heinz.
see what it is. Oh, no, it's Hill Country Fair. It's
No,
like the
it's
store
salsa
brand.
to tomato.
It's like the generic HEB one.
Thanks.
Oh, so here's a great story from us
Salsa
San
to
Francisco
tomato.
guys. We get in a taxi yesterday, and we're going to HEB, and Greg's just like, "Hey,
take a
he's
sip,
like, where
Heb?
you go?" He's like, "Can we go to Heb?" The guy just like looks back at Greg, just like, "Do you mean HEB?"
Yeah.
It's a Texas grocery store. Texas
Yeah.
chain.
Thank you. Take
So
that all
here's
away.
what I
from us.
have.
The B stands for
Thank you.
butts.
Yes, it does. Here, let's grab some of these too.
That's true.
Howard Edward Butts.
So would you like to hear what fancy stands for? Ketchup or catsup. Fuck off,
hand me
Wikipedia. Traditionally, different recipes feature ketchup made of egg white, mushroom, oysters, mussels, walnuts, or other foods. What
Oysters?
the fuck?
Oyster
But
juice.
in modern times, the term without modification usually refers to tomato ketchup, called tomato sauce in Australia, South Africa, and India. It is sweet and tangy sauce. Where's the fucking fancy bit? Hold on 1 second. Oh, here we go. Fancy. Some ketchup in the U.S. is labeled, quote, fancy. This is a USDA grade relating to specific gravity of the ketchup. Fancy ketchup has a higher tomato solid concentration than do other USDA
so it's
grades.
Wow.
just ketchup with bits.
It's just higher weight,
It's more tomato.
more dense.
That makes sense
So
though.
it actually weighs
denser.
more.
Because when you go to the
I believe
fancy
so.
restaurants, they do have that ketchup that's like confusing because it's sweeter than it should be and it
Well,
has like the bigger chunks.
Yeah, but it's like when you go to the fancy, they make it themselves though. That's like I don't know if they're applying
Fucking restaurant are you eating that with the
super
ketchup has
duper burger,
chunks
super
in it?
duper
There's
burger.
chunks.
Chunks
super duper
in the
got it.
ketchup?
Thank you.
I know you live
Anybody-
here in
anybody do that?
squalor of Texas.
Yeah, let me
Never.
wipe it.
Wipe it.
Greg,
What is this?
This is what I'm talking about with the pretentious food in Northern California. You eat ketchup that has chunks in it?
Yeah.
Bernie,
Never heard
when
of
you
that.
come from Northern California,
Am I crazy?
there's a few
You've never
things
heard
you
of
get
that.
used
No,
to.
here's the,
Chunks.
Bernie, here's the thing. It's
I
not
wish we'd
necessarily
pick that up.
chunks, but the way you described it as the gravity is higher, that's a good way to put it.
If I hit a
the
chunk
gravity is
into my
higher.
ketchup, I'm done. I'm walking out of that
So
restaurant.
let me tell you
It's
something.
thick.
Ketchup is fucking disgusting.
Nah, it's
ketchup
an
is
idiot.
gross.
It's vinegar.
It is sugar. It is just sugar. I don't
Yeah.
want it.
So why would you not want that on everything?
I do not want to put sugar on my
Gus,
French
I
fries.
hated ketchup for 26 years.
I've hated it for way longer than that.
I'm actually sad to say I'm okay with it now.
Why do you
Damn.
hate ketchup?
It's just. I don't
Ketchup's
know.
delicious.
It's just like sweetness. I don't know. I don't
May I
want
ask you a
any sweet
question?
in my life. I'm afraid it'll change me.
Do you eat mustard?
Yeah, I love mustard.
Really?
Mustard's
you might
great.
be the only
God.
person I've ever met that will eat mustard but won't eat ketchup.
I'm like the
was
opposite
the
of Jack
same way.
Patillo.
Yeah, no, everybody who's got a little kid's palate, like Carrie and Jack Patillo, little kids hate mustard. They fucking, I hate, when I was
Like
a kid,
Colin.
I
Colin
hated,
hates mustard.
I hated mustard. And you won't eat a lot of stuff, I imagine, if he doesn't eat mustard.
Oh, sure. No, seafood.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come in the house and I'll be cooking steak and they'll be like, you cooking seafood in here? I'm like, no, you don't even know what seafood smells like. You're an idiot.
What game are you playing here? So, Gavin and I, we had Kobe beef. That was excellent. And
It was not cheap.
I'm embarrassed to admit how much money that steak cost. It
Again,
was
you got
the
taken for a ride
Well,
though. It's
here's
everywhere.
flat-
You can get it.
it's
You can get it in
not
fucking Burger King.
Wagyu.
Here's my reasoning.
You get it in a
on why-
Whopperito.
Here's why it wasn't expensive. Last time we sat down in that restaurant and we looked at the price and we thought, no, we'll be sensible. We won't have it. And that was 4 years ago and we regretted it for 4 years.
It was 160,000 yen.
no, it wasn't.
Approximately. How much was it?
That's not that much. That's not bad.
160,000 yen.
I mean, that's expensive, but it's not like ridiculous.
Oh, wait.
That's like $1,000.
No, I don't think it is. Wait, carry the
2,000
two.
yen. That's
I think it is.
Oh wait,
like,
it is $1,600.
It's $1,600.
I was thinking $160.
It was 16,000 yen.
Right. So we didn't get it.
Wait, yes.
We didn't get it, but then this time we're like, we'll get it this time. But technically, because it's split across 2 trips, one of which where we didn't get it, it's only really half the price that we paid.
But you paid
Nailed it,
effort
nailed
twice.
it.
Yeah, it's a good way to
So you
look
got to
at it.
factor that into the meal.
it's true, and we did have to fly to Japan twice.
And JD goes, I would like a Kobe beef steak as well. And I literally said, you can have one next time. I would just, no way. I'm not going to
He's not going to appreciate that.
14-year-old
It was
kid, it was $180 steak.
Was it
Was
good
it
though?
worth
Was
it,
it good?
It was delicious.
And get this, it was 180 grams. $1 per gram.
Yeah. I don't know what that means in terms
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
real
say,
weight.
what does that mean in
Have
like
fun, our
American weights?
viewers figuring out how much that actually is.
When we talk about grams, we're talking about that
That's
rock
one
cocaine.
thousandth of a kilogram.
This is
How many meters?
This is how fucked up the UK system is. I said, what is that in ounces? He goes, I don't know. I don't use grams. It's like, oh yeah, you're from the UK. They use the metric system for distances, but not for weights.
It's not consistent as that. It's for whatever lasted. We use Celsius now, but we don't. We still use feet and inches for height. We use stone and pounds for weight.
Dude, we're just
Miles
ridiculous.
we have
Yeah, well, how do you use miles?
usually on the roads.
1 gram is 0.035 ounces.
Oh, Jesus fucking God. And it's what?
And that
it's
makes sense to you?
180 ounces is a pound?
So how many is 180 grams? What is it in pounds?
180 grams.
Or how many ounces is it 180 grams?
6.34.
So we paid-
round up 6.35
We
ounces.
paid $180 for a
Damn.
6-ounce steak.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
then
Should've
you
went to
threw a
Outback.
glass of water on
Oh
it.
my God! You shouldn't have gone to Outback.
I love Outback.
Selling, I know you.
Awesome.
It was a really nice steak. It was very oddly good.
Twice a week, him and Kevin go to Outback Steakhouse, and I don't
Twice
know
a
what
week.
to do.
It's not twice a week. It's
For
like
a month and a
once
half,
a
it
week.
was twice a week, was it not?
It was a stressful time.
Okay, thank you.
How many blooming onions
How do you
eat?
know when it's an Outback night? Do you like make eye contact with Kevin?
Kevin does this. Hey, Tim. You want to go to Outback tonight? He's like, yeah. They go to Outback. They're fucking-
it's
like
accurate.
what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to pizza are Tim and Kevin to Outback Steakhouse.
What do you get at Outback?
Do you have a regular
I get
booth?
the Outback special, which comes with you get the 9-ounce steak and some coconut shrimp. How you not gonna get that coconut shrimp?
wait, you get the
Dude,
same
you are
thing?
going to Japan for
Every time you get the
$180
same
steaks.
thing?
It's like $20 total.
In our defense, Gavin is correct. The last time we went there, we saw the price. We said, we can't do this. We can't do this. And this time we said, we can't do this.
Now you're
but
movie
we
stars.
I
didn't
feel like
do it last time.
I feel like it was a little bit disappointing after you said that it was $1,600. And
I do. It wasn't that expensive. It was $180, which there's been people that paid more than that for a meal, but it was just still crazy.
Did I tell you what happened to me on the flight back?
No.
One of my headphones exploded.
Really?
Yeah. And I realized it was my fault. I had a pillow, like they give you a pillow so you can have a little kip on the plane, and I sort of rolled over, but it's those tight where it's really staticky. And I built up a lot of static, and then I swung around, and the wire from my headphones scraped across the pillow, and it went and flew out of my ear.
Really?
Yeah, and it doesn't work now.
Sounds like you dreamed that. That sounds like a dream.
It really happened.
Were they good headphones?
The earbuds?
No, like crappy Apple ones. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
I haven't either. I didn't
That's
know that
so
was a thing.
weird.
But hold on, you built up the static in the pillow
Or in my body, or like between us. We were
so much that it exploded your
yeah,
earbud.
like it sent a shock into the end of the headphones, and it blasted out my ear hole.
We all remember the horror movie Shocker. This is pretty much how it started.
It is. Gavin is now a superhero.
I couldn't believe it. It took me very much by surprise.
Having a headphone malfunction on a flight is terrible.
Oh God.
A couple of months ago, I was flying down Australia, and I was connecting out of San Francisco.
Oi,
so it's like
governor.
it was like from San Francisco to Sydney is like a 13-hour flight. So I get on the plane, they close the door, like, all right, we're getting ready to push back. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna put my headphones on, gonna just zone out. I open up my headphones, and as I open them up to put on my head, they just crack down the middle. I'm like, this is the worst possible moment for this time.
Yeah.
Like, I've got 2 speakers, basically. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I was like, yeah, but you got to do that for 13
So
hours.
what'd you do? Did you call the flight attendant over and be like, "Here's
Ding.
my emergency. We
Like,
got to figure this out."
We need to delay the flight.
Yeah.
I need to get off and get
Take
another
me
pair.
back to that in-motion booth. I need to go over there and buy some headphones.
Who are the people that buy the headphones from the vending machine?
Nick Scarpino.
They
Yeah,
gave
you're
me
right.
one of the in-flight headphones, which don't work.
No, those
How do
are,
people use those?
Those are lies.
They should have gone up to first class and got the noise canceling ones. People don't use those all the time.
I should have.
Man, no,
terrible.
there's been times back when I worked at IGN where I'd have to walk like about a mile to get to the BART station and go home. And if I left my headphones at work, I'd start walking. I'd be talking to people and like, oh, this is a great time. Then I get to bar. I'm like, I forgot my headphones. I'm walking back. Like, there's
Really?
no way I'm doing that ride without headphones.
See, that's
How
what
long
let,
is it?
let me tell you. There's one of those vending machines at the BART stop.
Then I would have been all good.
You're doing it.
Earlier today, Tim Gettys confessed to me that sometimes when he'd wake up when we worked at IGN, he would look out the window, and if it was raining, he wouldn't go to work.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Hard to believe we're not still there.
Full disclosure, Nick Scarpino, who we now work with, was my boss. So
Nepotism.
didn't even need to give him a courtesy text. If he saw rain, he'd be like, I get it. I fucking get it. I didn't have a car back then. I was this poor little boy just trying to host things.
What about an umbrella?
Yeah, no, but like it was like a 45-minute walk to the BART station.
Today we were walking over to Torchy's Tacos and it was raining, and it from your office here, and we're going and it's raining and he's all like grumpy about it, and I don't care because I got a sweatshirt on. I look like Eminem. I look real cool. I'm going though, but he's all upset about it, and so we get 3/4 of the way there. And I'm like, well, on the way back we can stop at Heb. We can buy an umbrella, and he's like, no, by that point we'll already be back. And I'm like, no, that's not how distance works. This
No.
is closer
Yeah,
than the
it's right there,
office. It's
yeah.
right there. Like,
No, man, that's a big ass parking lot.
True.
Like that, you got to be real. That parking lot over there is excessively big, and there's a lot of green cars. I have never seen
Texas.
this many green cars in my
a
life.
green car tried to kill us a few times today.
Like every time we were walking through the parking lot, granted, not where you're supposed to be walking. It was raining, pedestrian right of way and all that
happens.
stuff. This green car comes, tries to kill us. We dodge it. It goes around, tries to kill us again. We dodge it, and I'm like, man.
But then we saw it parked in your parking lot. It's one of you people.
We were about to beat it up.
Ooh, you
Street
should find out
Fighter
who it
2
was.
style.
You should
It's
find out who
probably
it was.
like Carrie. Does Carrie have a green car?
Carrie does have a green
Carrie
car.
seems like a
He
green
does.
car motherfucker.
Fucker.
Dude, I found out a great fact about Blaine this week.
Tiny dick.
I don't want to go tiny dick. We knew that already. I don't want to spoil anything, but I had to do a short where I had to be essentially naked on set, which of course Blaine wrote and directed it. So
Again?
there's something going on there. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. I don't know what it is, but then Chris let me in on a little fact, which is that if Blaine has
It's
to
not
be
my fault, right?
It's
I'm not
your
doing
fault.
anything.
It was
All right.
sitting there. Anyway.
if Blaine has to be shirtless in a short, it's established now, and I didn't know this, that he has to be given 3 days notice beforehand to prepare for it to be shirtless in a short. Like he has to go through like a cutting phase. Now where he has to
Interesting.
dehydrate himself
guess
and
that's
not
his
eat for like
thing.
3 days.
I get it though. I mean, that's the
I do
thing.
the
Is
same
like
thing.
if he is that beautiful of a man, which he is, we've all seen it. It's like
No.
he can't have any
If
imperfections.
he's that beautiful a man, he doesn't need 3 days of prep.
No, he does though. That's why he's that beautiful. I get
I'm
it.
sure
I totally
one
get it.
comment on a video, if it was like, ooh, getting a bit podgy there, Blaine. Losing it a bit, Blaine.
Those nips
it
don't
would be
look
the end of
centered.
him.
It would be the end of him.
It would be shut down for life.
I gotta wait for the short to come out because I got so many complaints about this. It's unbelievable.
You were telling me about it, and I couldn't believe you were basically doing that again.
I know. It's like it's
'Cause you were
literally it's
pissed
like
off the
you're
first
gonna be
time.
naked in the scene. It's like okay, and it's like who are you? It's like this nice lady. She says, "Oh, I'm here to cover you in goo."
She was okay. Let me tell you, she was here before the podcast
Yeah.
over there. She was talking about it even before you brought it up right now.
Anna Fugatestown.
Before the podcast, she was like, "Saw Burnie again. Had to do that thing."
Had to rub goo all over him again.
So what's going through your head when you do that? When that's happening to you, you're getting goo rubbed all over you.
You know what, I see
Is
that-
it like? Do you have to be in your head like, nope, not sexual? Like you're thinking about baseball and stuff?
No, you know what I do? No. What I do is I think first of all it's cold because I'm naked in a room full of people that work for me, and then she starts
How naked?
She starts rubbing me down with goo, and I'm like,
Speedos?
I deserve this.
Dick out?
I earned this. I worked hard for this.
I earned this. That's a good way to put it.
Could you ever imagine that the company you started in your spare bedroom, that
Greg, it's worse.
eventually...
It's nude colored spandex shorts.
Oh, okay. So you can see everything.
It's like it's a dancer's belt. It's what we wore underneath the laser team suits. So Gavin, you're saying
Do you ever think that eventually someone that I assume you didn't even hire would then be making you get naked and covered in goo at your own
we
company?
started the company?
Yeah.
No, I had no clue.
See, no, that's what happens though. The moment we all started doing internet video, it's like guys are gonna get naked. Like I don't know any group of people that make internet video that's not like that's funny, that's comedy. I mean, I work with this guy.
Yeah.
The most disappointing thing we've ever heard in our entire run is kind of funny is we're doing Let's Play Live this weekend in Chicago. You should go buy it at
Tickets on sale now.
Wherever.
RashidLive.com.
There you go. There you go. We got an email that straight up said,
Put it
"Hey
on.
Greg, you're not allowed to take your shirt
Doesn't
off
look like it's my size,
in
guys.
Chicago."
Really?
Stick it
Yeah,
on.
because the Chicago theater does not allow male nudity. So we're kind of like, here, get it now.
It'll be $50,000.
Okay, let me tell you
if
something.
I take my shirt
What
off.
if-
Let's play live.
We can
At
do a
Let's Play
Kickstarter.
Live.
Greg,
Do it.
We'll do a GoFundMe.
What if
Like a glove.
I've got a question. What if under your shirt you're wearing a training bra
I think I'd be all right.
and you take your shirt off and you got your bra on? It's covering your bits, and you change your shirt.
I did this once on
Bikini
Twitch.
top.
I did this once on Twitch with a kind of funny tank top that was a female tank that covered my nips. Wow, I got breasts.
What if
they're
we
like,
had a
Why did
dude?
anyone tell me this? This shirt is not flattering at all.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It feels the same as a female breast.
Like, well, now I feel like we're crossing the line. Okay,
I'm not
well,
sure.
no, Gav, give me your impression.
So how does the Chicago Theater feel about
That's
female
way more
nudity, then?
fun.
See, I think here I look all right, but here, look at the shadows.
Oh, it's no,
No,
here-
you- yeah, you-
shadows.
you're working
Feel
the
now.
posture
Feel when
well.
he's forward without the flexing.
You're working that posture well.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I'll see you at the Chicago Theater Friday. Will I blow $50,000 of Rooster Teeth's money?
So
Your
is it the
tickets.
nipples they don't want? Like, can you cut nipple holes and that's also illegal there?
Probably.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
the person at the Chicago? What's this Chicago theater that you're going to? Gramercy Theater?
Chicago
No,
Theater.
Chicago Theater.
Who's
Do you
the
know
person?
anything that happens
Who's
at
the
this company
person
anymore?
who's working at that theater who makes that determination? Who makes the call? Going,
Mr.
that was
Chicago
too much.
Theater.
Can you go midriff shirt? Because you
like
look
the
good
Team
in
Fat
the
thing.
midriff.
Thank you very much. I
You
do
look
good
great in that. You wear that at the PAX Rumble.
I don't think that counts as. I mean, like, yeah, it would look like this. I
But
don't
at
think
some
this
point
counts as
that
male
becomes
unity.
50 grand.
Yeah.
Like literally the distance from here to here is 50 grand.
From 0 to 50.
You feel like it's got to be the nips, right? That's what's got to be it.
I mean, the nips are what upset people. You know, that you see on Twitter, if you follow the right people, there's just a lot of people posting all these like almost naked pictures of them, and it's all good when there's no nip. The moment there's nip, that they get banned.
But I feel like
No,
they
just
have
Twitter
to
is fine.
refine their new Instagrams, and it's all
Yeah,
upsetting.
you can
What
post nips on
accounts?
Twitter.
Wait, let's tell the
You
accounts.
can't post
You
nips on
can't?
Instagram.
Oh, there's a whole bunch.
Instagram, yeah.
But I also feel like nips on their own aren't offensive. Like just nipple holes, that's not even that bad.
Can I get a
take
pair of
you up on
scissors?
that.
We'll try it out. Give me a pair of scissors. We're gonna try out the Chicago
All right,
Tim, you should
Theater.
name those accounts.
There's a lot of.
By name.
I'm not going to name the accounts.
Very specific.
They're good
by name.
accounts. They're great.
Who?
accounts.
I got.
Should name
Daryl,
them.
Nick,
Daryl.
Let me finish the story.
Daryl
Oh, the
XOXO.
story sent you doing
Go.
something.
I was gonna read something,
get a
but
pair of
So
Still got
you'll
scissors.
never.
I saw him run in the room.
I
They
hate
got no
to
scissors
spoil
this
it
place?
short before it comes out, but fuck this Blaine. He wrote this thing and he's directing me, going to put me in this thing where I'm going to be naked and covered in goo. And then there's a scene that leads up to it.
God.
That the reason
We're gonna
oh,
see.
Christ.
Now again, remember.
Be careful.
I haven't been drinking all day. I'll be fine.
careful. Oh, be careful.
He just cut his nip off.
You missed your own nipples.
What are you talking about? There's
Oh, you
one
got it.
right
You nailed
there.
it, nailed it.
Now is this offensive,
This is so
America?
offensive. I don't like this.
You know what?
Greg.
Take it back.
I ask you, Donald Trump, is this offensive?
This shirt available in
Same
the
question
Rushi
to
store
Hillary Clinton.
right
I don't
now.
know. I don't really know what's happening.
tear
in
down
America.
this wall.
Holy shit.
It
I
looks
don't like
worse in the wide. It looks
horrible.
worse
I
in
can't
the
look
wide shot.
away.
It looks way worse.
I can't stop looking at it.
Oh
Now
my
for-
god.
Okay, I'm actually pretty happy because when I saw myself
can
in
tell.
the monitor before, I was like, man, I got some titties going on. But now that like there's an escape room for them, they look better. Because like I think shirtless, I like Andy. Do I look pretty good shirtless? Thank you, Andy.
Can we get 2 pieces of ice?
They're not going to get much harder.
So
Blaine.
this will put it in perspective what Greg is going through right now. So there's a scene earlier in the short that sets us up where I basically walk in and I catch Blaine in a compromising position where he's got his pants at his knees essentially. So he gets in that position to get his pants at his knees.
Yeah.
But he
does.
leaves his boxers up. And we're shooting him from behind. And I'm in the room at that point in time. I go, Blaine, you're not going to get your butt out? You know what Blaine says? He literally says this. He goes, I'm not really comfortable with my butt on camera. I don't think it looks that good. I'm like, you motherfucker. You're going to put my 43-year-old body naked, covered in goo on stage, on screen. And you're like, oh, I skipped leg day 8 weeks ago. Motherfucker, dude. Wait, is he here?
They brought ice. No, they brought more ice.
Is he here?
Again, I think the cup was this. I mean, as cold as it really. Give me the giant block. Give me that giant motherfucking block. Yeah.
Oh God.
So Blaine, I've learned
Hey,
now
everybody.
Blaine is not comfortable with his own. Oh,
Have you
Jesus.
gotten your tickets for Let's Play Live Chicago?
I think I just heard the ice
I'll be
crack
there.
on your nipple.
Greg Miller, or as they call me, Mr. Hard Nips 2016.
Is it actually hardening them up a little?
I don't know. I think they were as hard as they were going to get before. But you tell me.
I've got to do an ad read at some point.
It's so cold and wet.
So
Rub
we
it on
should
your
really
nips.
start a fund to get Greg naked.
No.
Greg, if we raised the $50K,
Yeah.
would you go full naked?
Can I hold my dick and balls and stuff?
Sure.
so much else.
Yeah, then totally.
Who's gonna stop you?
Can you imagine if
They
we
start shooting people.
if we went home? We're like,
Who's blowing your
Kevin,
hand away?
So Kevin, you're gonna come
Thank
to Let's
you.
Play Live, but you need to block Greg's dick.
No, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
feel like it's better. if
Somebody
someone else
on
does it.
Twitter, Spencer Roberts says it looks like Greg's gut is about to rob a liquor store.
Jesus.
That is awesome.
It is from Chicago, right? Murder,
50
murder capital of the U.S.
50,000.
It's a serious issue we have
What
in Chicago.
funny duddy came up with that? Can a woman get naked?
Well, can you imagine
At the Chicago Theater,
who
I
caused
doubt it.
this? Like, who was so naked as a male? They're like
Nice.
50K.
Solid.
I look better shirtless. Let's be honest.
By the way, that shirt was given me today to wear on the podcast to promote.
You're
Well,
a
I mean,
small.
Greg tears
Oh,
out
is it a small?
more
That's
shirts
a
in a
medium.
week than I will
No,
in a
that was a
lifetime.
small.
It's amazing how you can tear out of a shirt. You're incredible at it.
Thank you very much. I've been trying my entire life.
when
like-
you buy a new shirt, do you cut a little snip just
Gav,
in
I want
case?
you to have this.
Oh, thanks.
My nipple hole.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by Rooster Teeth has their own website. Kind of Funny has their own
We
website.
do. We
you
the
need
first
your own
one was built
website.
with Squarespace.
Your nips do not have their own website. Hey, Bernie, give me one of those beers you got next to you over there.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Now
You
we
want
can.
some? You
want
Now
one?
Gus is here to party.
There you go. Take the whole thing over there. I'm not drinking anymore.
Do you think any
your
Amish
problem,
people
man?
have a website?
Amish
What
people-
happened to you?
I'll drink a beer.
No, it's too late now.
Give me a Black
No, it's-
Thunder. Is that a real name of a beer?
Yeah,
why not?
Black Thunder's good.
Give me one.
You want a Black Thunder?
He doesn't want
You
one.
should
Don't-
know
he doesn't
because
want one.
that's
He's got to be
what-
respectable tonight.
Take that over
That's
there.
So is this beer gonna like fizz all over me?
Yeah.
Apparently.
You can tell.
It's that new six-pack. I fucking ranted about it before. What the fuck is this?
It's terrible.
Oh, that needs
It
to stop.
destroys beers.
Yeah, but it won't kill the fish, though.
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you
It'll
something.
only
Here
kill
we go.
two
Now
fish.
think about what you're saying.
I don't give a fuck
Don't-
about fish.
Oh, you're not
I don't
thinking
give
about
a
it.
Fuck about the environment. You know why?
Do you like eating sushi?
It just needs to be good for a couple more decades. I'm not having kids. I don't give a fuck what happens when I'm dead.
You're talking to the future of.
Still hard. Still hard. Just wanted to let you know they were still hard.
It just needs to be good for a little while longer. I don't want to diminish my
How
quality
long
of
are you
life.
living?
I don't know.
What do you think?
How old am I? I might
32.
have.
What's today? Monday?
Oh God.
Do you also
Thank
want to
for that.
smoke on
31.
planes? Huh? You want to be able to smoke on
Sure.
a plane?
Gus is not 31.
People should be able to smoke on planes. Yes, absolutely. People should be able to smoke wherever the fuck they want.
So
I
if they
miss
lit
people
up
smoking
right
in
here,
bars.
you'd be like, yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, I'd be fine. They wouldn't.
Who's they? Yvonne or like?
I don't know.
Broadcast?
The metaphorical they.
Yeah, nebulous they over there.
I got it.
We should
Like,
smoke
seriously,
cigars
if,
in this
if
show.
I'm not going to have kids, I'm already doing a way better favor for this planet than anybody else.
I gotta
So
say-
I get a free pass. I can do whatever
Wait,
the fuck
why'd
I
you get a
want.
free pass?
Because he doesn't
I'm-
have his kids.
Right. I'm not prolonging human life. Right. I'm not creating another mouth that's going to create another mouth that's going to
isn't that
create
what we
another
want?
mouth.
No,
That's
we have
not what I
enough.
want.
There's plenty enough. There's enough. It's
Yeah, we got
enough.
enough mouths.
You can play No Man's Sky however you want. So,
Right.
you know, this is just how Gus chooses to play.
In the
That's out for Harambe.
convenience store scene that was cut out of Laser Team, Colton drinks a Black Thunder.
Oh, that's right. He does. That's
Oh.
right. It's in the trailer where it's. I asked him if he's drinking a beer, and he said, "Yeah, I just ran 3 miles." And I said, "Yeah, a quarter mile at a time." That was a scene. That was probably the most expensive scene in the whole movie, and got cut.
Do you think that anybody is as upset about like the Joker not being in Suicide Squad? Was anyone like, man, Colton wasn't in this movie enough? He should have been. That convenience scene should have been there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't think anybody missed it. I think
Now you say that, but remember, I come from a group in the suburbs of Chicago. Let's Play Live. Chicago, Illinois, this Friday.
50K.
Suburbs of
25K
Chicago.
nipple.
Where we watched Varsity Blues so much that we then would watch the theatrical trailer and notice the cut scenes.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
did plan on making the extended version of Varsity Blues where we
from the trailer?
refilmed those scenes and inserted them into the thing.
I feel you, Gus. What was the thing we would watch where the trailer was remarkably different than the finished product?
Varsity Blues.
It was a game.
What?
It was a game. There was
Prince
a game.
of Persia.
Oh,
Two
Halo,
Thrones
the recent
was
Halo.
Halo 5.
You're almost correct. Oh, it was a Bungie game with Oni. There was a whole scene in Oni.
yeah.
There was like she was fighting a mech, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" No mech in the final game.
That was the
Didn't
game where there
exist.
was like this brain connected to a computer and it would go.
Yeah.
What would it do? Yeah, Oni was a good
That's
game.
my text message.
Well, it was a game.
Yeah, it was a game.
on PS2, and you're like, this is a lot like Dark
It
Angel.
was
I
a
like
game.
it.
I played on
Dark
PC.
Angel. It's like a
Only was
futuristic-
one of those things though when the PS2 was first out, everyone was so stoked about
Just
it.
Galbo's finest work.
Yeah, we used
outside
to-
of Idle Hands.
We used to watch the trailer for Oni and Halo all the time.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
old Bungie
Well,
website.
there was the bouncer.
when it was coming soon on PS2, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no.
Yeah.
My first experience with a trailer that didn't match the movie was Liar Liar. You know, at the end of the movie, he's driving the stairs for
Yeah,
the plane
yeah.
alongside the plane, and then he crashes and flies off. In the trailer, or it was like some sort of ident for the movie on TV, he is spinning on the stairs, like holding onto the railing as they're spinning around. And that's just not in the movie.
No, that sucks.
And I was like, where is this scene? And I realized that they just do that all the time.
It's a lot like similar to the critical success Suicide Squad, where Margot Robbie's character, Harley Quinn, starts serving drinks and she asks everybody what they want. And that's a big part of the trailer. And it's not in the movie at all. And it's probably why it only got 8.5s out of 10 instead of 9.5.
Oh, you like them?
8.5.
You like them?
No, I hated it. I really wanted to stab my eyes out watching it. It was bad.
But you like the Superman versus
Let's
Batman.
did like
can we
Batman
not?
v Superman. I
I'm
did
so
like Batman
sick
v
about talking about Batman v Superman with Greg Miller.
Me too. I don't. But it's only because you come up all the time and you want to hate. You want to be a
It's
hater
not
ass
that I
hater.
want to hate. I want to like.
But why don't you talk this badly about Transformers? Is what I don't understand. No, you
That's
don't.
why. Here's my. So last night, you and my girlfriend got all upset with me.
Gia.
Because you guys were like,
Gia, come over and give me a back rub.
I came up with a tweet, and I was just like, I don't want to tweet this now. I'm gonna tweet it later.
Gia, I've noticed you haven't moved. Do I have to say please? Come give me a
She
back
did
rub,
move.
Gia.
She did this.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no. But my thing is just like I feel so bad because I love Transformers so much as a franchise that like I have to, make fun of you all the time for this whole DC fiasco and what you're going through. And I understand how hard it is.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
nobody understands how hard it is for me to have to deal with this Transformers bullshit.
Well, it's just Transformers were never good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Superman and Batman have been good on many occasions. But Transformers never were. It's like, hey, I'm a car. Hey, I'm a thing.
When-
we
when-
live on a fucking robot planet. Do we need this fucking cube? I guess so.
When was Superman?
I want to see that movie.
Dude, I just want to see a Transformer movie where the robot looks like it came from the thing it transformed from.
Then watch the 1984 Transformers the animated movie, which is fantastic.
Right.
And it is awesome.
With Orson
You know-
Welles.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
think
There's
the
the
modern
planet.
day Optimus Prime looks like he came out of that truck?
Dude, you know what the most fucked up thing in the history of cinema is to me? Is
Megan Fox.
in the 1984's Transformers animated movie, there's a song called You Got the Touch.
You got
the touch. You got the power.
Right.
It's great.
Which, for whatever fucking reason, and I don't know why, is the song that Mark Wahlberg and his friends record in Boogie Nights.
Great
And
scene.
now Mark Wahlberg ruined Transformers even more. It's
Right.
full circle.
It's one of the weirdest references.
Get the fuck out of here, Mark Wahlberg. God damn it.
My favorite Mark Wahlberg moment ever, which it just shows that he actually is an excellent actor.
gonna kill us.
When he was in that M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Yeah.
and he
Not
had
happening.
to talk about the wind out to kill us. The wind's gonna kill us, and I don't know how he fucking pulled that off because that is one of the dumbest premises ever in a horror movie.
Man, that movie.
The
Well, I
plants.
remember walking out of that theater being like, the only movie I've ever seen worse than this is Jeepers Creepers 2. And Jeepers Creepers 2
Jeepers Creepers 1 was bad.
but 2, my God.
There's a new M.
But
Night
the
Shyamalan movie
happening-
that actually looks pretty decent.
What?
Well, did you see his last one? The
What?
Visit?
Yeah, no.
The
What?
one with the old people?
Yes, no.
It was
no.
great.
I didn't see it.
It was great.
was good.
It was a legitimately good movie, which was shocking because the one before that, the elevator, I think
I
it was
haven't
called?
heard any of these movies.
There was
They
the
were just like
elevator, the
the-
What's
demon,
the last
demon,
M. Night Shyamalan movie that you remember?
the devil.
Thank you,
Last
sir.
Airbender?
It was them in an elevator, and
Okay,
I remember
that's fair.
watching.
One of them was
another
the devil,
movie.
right?
There was 4 people.
Dead serious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Part of the movie.
No, there was 4 people in an elevator, and one of them was the devil, and it was like, who is it? And that was the plot. And I remember watching
Is it
some
Bill
other
from
movie.
accounting or is it the dude on fire?
But no, it was a bunch of just like normal ass people.
Twirling's pitchfork. Not me.
Nah, I'm good. But it was there was
guy
a
with the
trailer.
goatee in the dark red suit.
A trailer played for it, and I've never heard as audible a groan from an audience ever when it said from M. Night Shyamalan. Everyone's
Which
like,
is so weird to me.
it was right after Airbender, though. That's why.
Which is so weird to me. I saw recently a guy whose work I really like, Kevin Smith. I saw he was doing a Q&A, and some dude just got to the mic and asked him, hey, why was the movie we just watched so fucking terrible? And it's like, if I was Kevin Smith, I would just take the podium and just like go WWE and just smash it on that guy's head. It's like that dude is just there to kill everybody's good time. If at this point, if you're going to like a Kevin Smith movie or not.
Yeah.
Don't go fucking see a Kevin Smith movie at a special screening and go, oh, that was terrible. It's like, oh,
Well, that
you
was the
walked
thing
in hating that movie.
With the new, I like M. Night Shyamalan for the most part. And like when this new trailer dropped or whatever, and it's, James McAvoy, right?
Professor.
Oh yeah, it's a split personality one.
Exactly. And he
I
kidnaps
actually really
these-
like this trailer.
He kidnaps these girls. He's got this personality. Blah, blah, blah. And then Max Landis, a friend of ours, he tweeted about like, so everybody who's watching this trailer knows the twist is going to be, and I was like, fuck. Yeah, that is going to be the
right,
twist.
yeah.
God damn it. Why did I think of that? It's very obvious, Bernie.
Yeah, I think I've worked it out in my head
Think
now.
about it, Bernie.
Yeah.
What is the
shit.
best elevator movie scene?
Captain
Lift.
America 2.
That was pretty
That
good.
was good.
dude.
Very good.
That was
That's
really
pretty good.
I would say though that bad Resident Evil movie had a pretty good bit.
every Resident Evil movie. Okay.
Did you guys see that the new Resident Evil trailer?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
So it's the final chapter or whatever. And
Is
they're
Mila Jovovich in it?
Yeah, and she's going back to the first movie.
Yeah.
So they're going back to
Yeah.
the end scene, like the stinger of the trailer, is them in the same hallway with the lasers.
Oh,
they
yeah,
go
yeah.
through. And I was like, man, you guys are doing a callback to that?
I mean, that movie,
Like, that's where
we
you're at
enjoyed
now?
Resident Evil 1. We enjoyed Resident Evil 1.
Did we? I mean, she was naked. That was cool.
Right, totally.
For like,
remember, she gets off the
11-year-old
thing.
me?
Totally. She's totally naked and she gets off and it's shadowy, but you're just like, whoa, those are the downstairs parts. Whoa,
Yeah.
how you doing?
She was naked in Fifth Element.
yeah, but that
Sort
movie
of.
sucked.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm with you. Fifth Element sucked. What? Dude, it's terrible.
CEOs,
It's-
big timers over here.
And
Don't worry
people
about
got
it.
Fifth Element just to show off their DVD players. That was it. That was the only reason why
What
anybody
about
got
Chris
Fifth
Tucker
Element.
with his dildo horn
It's,
head?
the whole movie's terrible. Except for
No.
Gary Oldman, who's fucking awesome in every single thing he does.
It's true.
He gets drippy head.
And I do
does.
like Bruce Willis because Bruce Willis makes him and Denzel Washington make some of the most obscure sci-fi movies that turn out to be fucking awesome. Like he made
Looper.
Surrogates, Looper, great example for Bruce Willis. Denzel Washington made Book of Eli.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Gary Whittis.
Gary Whitta wrote it, former editor of EGM.
PC
No,
gamer.
PC Gamer, thank you. And
Rogue One
also
writer now.
the first draft writer of Rogue One, little movie you might have
I
heard
can't
of.
wait to have him back on the show when we can actually talk about Rogue One.
Me too.
It's gonna be great.
But yeah, I mean,
Kindafunny.com. You should subscribe, right?
there you go.
You're already watching this shit. Like, why? Don't you want to see more of this shit? Where it's just this? And then we have two other people. One of them really negative. The other knows nothing about anything.
Apparently super short too. Didn't realize that.
He's very short.
I thought he was the tallest guy in the group.
Oh, Nick? You
Yeah.
think his
Nick's
personality's really
Bravado
tall. Yeah.
carries himself so well.
Big dick.
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah,
That's what
Big
y'all
Dick
call
Nick's
him,
what
right?
they
Every
call him.
tweet at Nick_Scarpino.
'Cause he can
Tell me
get
as a
Nick
big dick.
Scarpino.
So
if
we're
you
trying to-
tweet at Nick Scarpino, you'll be tweeting at the guy Nick Scarpino who works at Portillo's, where you'll be hanging out with me this Friday before Let's Play Live in Chicago.
Has he tried to get just Nick Scarpino?
Yeah, but that Nick Scarpino is very
tried so
successful and works at Portillo's.
Does he have Dick Scarpino?
He does not have Dick Scarpino, to
Get
my
it?
knowledge, no.
Dick Scar.
Should
Big
absolutely
Dick
do that.
Scarpino is what he should get.
Best elevator scene, Shining.
I was going to
It's
say,
classic.
But that's kind of outside.
Shush. It's an
s-
elevator.
Speed.
What? Speed has an elevator?
Yeah.
It's a bus.
no, in the beginning.
Yeah, it's an elevator that moves sideways. No, it has one right at the beginning.
I frequently have I'm sure hopefully everyone's familiar
Mission
with this
Impossible.
concept, but sometimes I have recurring
the top.
nightmares, right? Or like it's always not the same. It's not even a nightmare, like a stress dream. I'll have common themes in stress dreams. Lots of
Hard.
times I have stress dreams about flying and international flights, but more
Why?
than that,
What is your stress stream?
like missing a flight or not knowing where I'm going or being lost in an airport.
I'm not the plane crashing.
No, never. I mean, yeah, that too, but that's not like the stressful part
Yeah.
for me. The stressful part for me is like
You don't want to
missing
miss
a
the flight that
right?
crashes.
Or if they don't have
But
ginger ale.
the most common recurring stressful dream I have is that I
90%
get
of all
in an
ginger ale is
elevator,
consumed on planes.
It's true.
and instead of going up and down, the elevator goes sideways or back and forth.
Harry Potter.
Like Willy Wonka.
Right, and it's like
I think of Cube, that horrible like
Yeah.
sci-fi straight-to-video movie.
I think
Jennifer
it's just
Lopez?
like being
really great.
in an environment and something performing in a way you're not expecting.
Or
It's
like a blender turning a smoothie into fruit.
that's exactly the same thing. Thank you. That's exactly what I was
it,
thinking
yeah.
of.
That was
You just gave me a great idea for a YouTube channel.
Blending stuff backwards.
What do you
Will it
think this
blend?
black
No,
thing was?
reverse blend.
No. Will it unblend?
There you go. There you go. My God.
By the way,
Look,
I want
you
to point
joke
out,
about it.
Like 3 or 4 people on Twitter have started a GoFundMe account. Nobody contribute to those, please.
To what?
Nobody.
Oh,
For
for
you
the,
to go
yeah,
to
yeah.
make
No,
it-
do it.
don't-
Everybody
don't-
go to all those Twitter campaigns and give them $50,000, and then I'll take my shirt off at Let's Play Live and I'll say, "Hey, where's Mayor Daley?" And they'll say, "He hasn't been mayor in a long time," and I'll say, "Fuck him anyway." And take off my shirt.
But then what'll happen? Somebody will raise $50,000.
Run away with
GoFundMe.
it.
Greg will take off his shirt and they'll go, "You owe us $50,000." Like, oh, there's a GoFundMe account. They're like, yeah, that's gone.
That's, yeah,
That guy ran away with
Didn't
that money.
Daly like bulldoze an airport runway in the middle of the night?
Which one? The young or older Mayor Daley?
The older.
The mayor
I wasn't
himself,
alive when he was
Yeah.
the mayor.
like,
yeah.
got in a backhoe.
yeah, like
he ordered it.
they wanted to shut down an airport. And
Midway. Yeah, everybody hated Midway.
and,
This sounds like
his
one of your
solution was-
nightmares you were having.
Yeah,
Do you remember- did you ever-
While
do you-
you were in air, then
Is it, no, I mean, from this night, do you remember when a plane landed at Midway and skidded off the runway into
Yeah.
traffic on the highway?
Yeah.
Anyone die?
Chicago.
Someone in the
I
car.
think some kid did, but it's fine. He didn't have that many. It's fine. What was he going to contribute to society?
He was at Midway.
I mean, he was just driving by Midway. It's not his fault, but
Wait,
his
Midway,
parents
like the
should have taken
game
him-
developer?
No, the fucking no. Well, they're
R.I.P.
from Chicago, so that's kind of it's kind of there. Yeah. But Chicago,
don't know
Let's
how to
Play
say that.
Live. This
Mr. and
Friday.
Mrs. Smith had a good elevator scene.
No, here's my thing. I'm going back.
Ghostbusters.
I'm going
sorry,
back
shush.
to Captain
no,
America 2.
Superman. Remember Superman?
No one remembers
Superman
that.
2.
Comes out with
Superman 2 in the Paris elevator.
Eiffel Tower.
So,
Yeah.
Greg, do you think that there are good Superman movies?
He likes Superman Returns.
No.
I liked The Man of the Steel.
Yeah.
I thought
Man
it
of
was
Steel
alright.
was a disappointment to me at the time.
All right.
And it wasn't until I came back a year later where I watched it again. I'm like, with lowered expectations, this is a fun movie.
My favorite part of that movie, they have the best.
You came back with lowered expectations because you saw the movie.
That's true, Bernie. That is a
Lowered
real.
expectations.
That is a real. That is
I
a
would
real
call that
thing.
harsh reality applied.
Okay, that's
that
why I mean
movie-
tomato.
That movie did the best.
It did. It did. I mean, the soundtrack. Nobody hates on the soundtrack of that.
What are you talking about?
The Terraformer.
Yeah.
Where it's just like punching the earth down. That's really cool. And Jor-El kicks some ass at the beginning.
Yeah.
You just like it because he has an accent like yours.
I worry that Al Gore is like the Jor-El of our planet. Like
Everything's fucked. Why are you listening to me?
Damn.
It's like, look, everything is full. Everything is
Wow.
fucking falling apart.
But how did they call that
Everyone's
meeting
like,
so close to the end of the world? Like, they're talking about how the Earth, like the planet might break, not Earth, Krypton. And then it breaks like later that minute.
Don't you know though? Like if like the polar
Krypton.
ice caps, there could be a fucking ice cube left.
Bloody-
and there will be people on this planet
Just
going.
talk to me. Don't listen to me. Don't worry.
Nah,
In the
we're
first
good.
movie,
Nah, not real
he
science.
pronounces it Krypton.
We're all
I
good.
know. Jor-El.
Yeah. Krypton.
A lot of problems. With
On this plane ride to Tokyo, I watched The Martian for probably the 50th time.
Martian's really good.
I
a
could
good
watch
movie.
that movie. It'll be the movie for the rest of my life, like Shawshank Redemption, where if it's on TV, I stop and I'm watching the whole thing.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I will say I'm sorry. I read the book, or I listened to the book on Audible.com. Who's not a sponsor today? I don't know why I'm plugging them. I read the
fuck reading.
I listened to the book on Audible before I watched the movie. I wish I watched the movie first.
Because you liked the book so much.
I like
the
the
movie
book
sucked.
more, right? Like I wish I'd watched the movie, enjoyed it, because then I would have listened to the book and be like, oh, there's like a lot more to it. Like, oh, there's all this other stuff. That's
I
it's
understand.
cool,
That's how I
like
feel about
supplemental
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Oh my god.
Like I should have read the novel after I watched the movie.
content. I've been re-listening to the Timothy Zahn Star Wars books, and I have not. I read them when they first came out, like 20 years ago, right? I was like in
how do they
middle
say
school.
How do they say the ferret that blocks the fourth?
Islamiri?
Fourth.
I just got a whiff
I
of
say
that.
that
I say-
third that blocks the fourth. What is Bernie been
Islamiri?
eating today?
No, this is in the Timothy Zahn book.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
ferret that blocks the force. What's it called?
Islamiri.
Islamiri?
Yeah.
I would have said Yaslarmi.
Yeah, no, that's
said
how I
when I read
imagined
it.
it reading it too.
Dumbest thing ever.
That book.
Great books, dumbest thing ever.
Well,
When's
when
the
does
last time-
Watto
when's the last
appear?
time you read that book?
Big Watto fan over
Dude,
here.
they got stormtroopers with like ferrets around their neck, and that
That's fucking
makes sense.
awesome.
protects them.
But
It's
You're just
like,
saying
no, pick it
ferret,
out.
like it's
I
like
They're
a
picked out
ferret,
with
right?
their ferrets. I
It's like
get
a
it.
ferret,
I would
like
do it.
Ferret.
When's the last time you read that book?
94? 90
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
It's not.
You
quite the
you understand
it's not
telling us
quite the
when you
same.
read it, it doesn't imply how old you are.
I don't remember. It's that long ago.
It's a book.
Well, they have the new one coming out, right? With,
Well,
what's his
yeah, I'm
face
still
from
excited for it, but
Timothy
it's
Zahn.
like it's not
Grand Admiral
as
Thrawn made his debut in those books, and he's great.
Oh, that's
it's
the new
not-
thing. Thrawn,
yeah.
Timothy
Thrawn's
Zahn,
the
right?
new
It's
one.
not
From
as
that.
grand as I remember it being. Like some of the dialogue, I'm like, ooh,
Well, I mean, that's the thing.
I
is,
would have
I mean,
written that differently.
I love those books, but in a lot of ways, when you look back at it, it is kind of fan
Oh,
fiction.
no.
In 2016, looking back,
like
because
Leia is written so terribly.
so terrible.
It's
And
like,
Mara
oh
Jade
my
is
god.
entirely just like, here's the character you all wanted to be in Star Wars. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, I guess you were right. And then the whole thing with the
Wait, what is
Luke
she-
fighting his clone.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I think
this is a thing that we like? Yeah. I don't know, but I love it anyway.
they set up a lot of interesting fan fiction, a lot of like interesting touch points. But yeah, man, it's been
It's rough,
it's
but-
been interesting going back and listening to it.
I'm still excited for the new one.
No, I am too.
have
I'm
hope.
still gonna finish this one. I'm still gonna redo the entire trilogy.
Are you
but it's-
excited for Rogue One?
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
absolutely excited. That was a great trailer. I
That
thought.
trailer, man.
People got upset about the fact that the Death Star was upside down.
yeah,
Did you-
that's because
did you
they don't
notice that?
understand
It's like I've said
how
before.
gravity works.
They don't
There's no
understand
upside
how-
down in space.
There you go.
Exactly.
Upside down in
How do
space.
you install things? You turn them upside down and you install them. It's easy. We've all done it before. Plus, this is our best chance of getting Watto in a movie.
What? How? No. That doesn't-
Too many storm drains in this place.
Your Jedi mind
he's like-
on me.
I have a new favorite thing. Go away, Waldo.
Oh my god.
I can write the scene right
what
now.
is he? What is Watto? What is he that the Jedi mind tricks don't work in him?
It's the whatever race he is. So the
Racist.
funniest thing about this is that back when we were at IGN, we did Lego unboxings for whatever reason, and we would unbox these Lego Star Wars things. Greg doesn't know shit about Star Wars, and so we open it up, and he just chooses like one of the
What is the thing that I can tell you right now what it is. Bernie, look at me. Let me
No,
eye contact
okay,
with me. Remember in Star Wars, A New Hope?
Yes.
When they fixed
Great
it and they
film.
put
When
all
they
the things
fixed
in.
it.
They put all the things in the
Stop.
movie everybody wanted.
Stop.
And there was like the weird, like, imagine
The dewback.
Imagine
It's a
an
dewback,
iguana
yeah.
blown up, tan.
A dewback. I had one.
Okay.
When a Kenner action figure.
I unboxed the Legos and I found the dewback in there, and I told Tim this looks a lot like what Watto would become. And Tim said, "What do you mean?" And then I went
the
into
evolved
went into a whole thing of like, "Honey, they made me a horse. I'm a horse, honey. Let's go to your mother.
You turned to a Jedi. It
Help
was so
me.
good.
Why don't you help me? I'm a horse.
So he does this whole thing, and it was like one of the best pieces.
I was
of
good to
content.
your mother."
Best piece of content we ever made, and it never went live.
Really?
Ever. Never went live.
I still
And
have the
yet-
outtakes.
Yeah, we still have the footage.
Why didn't you put it up?
We really, I don't know. I guess weird.
IGN's very
Yeah,
litigious.
but it's one of the things where we have referenced that, or he'll just bust into
Start a
the
GoFundMe.
He'll do the water impression, and nobody knows the source of it.
But they all love it.
You gotta give. I'm sure
I
if
used
you gave
to
the
be a
footage
horse.
back to IGN, they would show it today. Because clearly it's
Yeah,
IGN's
right.
footage. They shot it or whatever.
Yeah, well,
in their
shots, video
studios.
shots. I don't know.
They use those super hot Lego connections they have.
Yeah.
To get the dewback set. You should give it back
Funny
to him. I bet they
story,
would air it today.
Their super hot Lego connection was Kevin Coelho, who now works for us.
Oh, is that
So I
true?
don't
And he's
know
got
if it works
us
for
exactly 0 Legos since he started working there.
us. But yeah,
All that-
Piece of shit,
It's
Kevin.
funny how that magic disappeared the moment he left one of the biggest games journalism sites in the world. Funny how that just evaporated for him.
yeah.
I got another thing I need to read here.
Can I have a
remind
beer
everyone-
first? Give me a beer first. The white one. I want a white beer, yeah.
It's gonna foam.
I'm not going to open it for a
And
long
when we come
time.
back from this ad read, we're gonna have point counterpoint, which is worse, Kevin or Mega 64. We'll be talking about.
Wanna
that.
remind
Oh,
everyone-
man, nobody wins in that race.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by we send you the frames, you try them on at home, you decide which one you like, and then you order it. Why wouldn't you do that?
Don't fuck around.
It's
Just
smart.
get the
Don't-
goddamn glasses.
Don't fuck around, just get the goddamn glasses. The words of Greg Miller.
That's the new ending. That's the new tag on this one, right?
Rooster Teeth. Thank you, Warby Parker.
Are you allowed to F
It's-
in an ad read?
Yeah, of course you are. It's me,
Sure,
Greg
why
Miller. Don't fuck around. Should get the goddamn glasses.
Just get the glasses.
What do you have to lose? They send me your fucking house.
Gus, what are you wearing?
You don't have a house?
I'm wearing glasses.
You shouldn't get glasses.
Oh,
then.
this
You get a
hat? What
house
is this?
first.
I don't know what this is. What is this?
People like grapes.
So apparently
Oh, God.
PLG is well known enough to be people like grapes.
No, here's
Now-
the thing, though, dude. I need to ask you this: what the hell is the source of this shirt? Because out
you
of
can go to
all the roosterteeth.com/store products,
Thanks for watching the show.
This is the thing that I've seen more than anything anywhere,
here-
and nobody knows the source.
I
It's
do.
Thanks for watching. What is it? Craig?
Today there was a tweet
No.
from twitter.com/roosterteeth, and they put out a little video, and I
Hashtag.
watched it with no sound and ended with people like grapes. Solved.
Well, it's because they have a hat to
They
sell.
were
feel like
all
it's
building
just-
till right now.
It's just text that you can relate to. You look at a shirt and you're like, yeah, people like
I
grapes.
think we were talking about grapes one time.
Yeah,
And-
but
You,
and
you look
that-
at a shirt
that
and you
was-
see PLG.
Hold on.
I'm less aware of what's going
Do you
on.
really not know the origin?
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about, but Gavin
my
just
phone's
like dropped
dead.
it.
Somebody
Like,
go
well,
to
you know, like
roosterteeth.com.
people
No,
like
I'm sorry.
grapes.
Twitter.com/roosterteeth.
So as you like to reference,
Play it off this thing.
I went from 260 pounds to about 195 pounds.
You fucking quitter.
And one of the ways that I did that was there's a service in Austin where you can get pre-prepared meals, and I would just buy those food units. One of the meals that I would get like every 2 or 3 days had grapes in it, and they were always like refrigerated so they were cold. I don't like grapes, so I would
Get
walk
out.
in and I would give Gavin one grape. at a time.
Sometimes you would just pop them in my mouth.
Sorry, I did that. I did
You're
that,
fine,
everybody.
you're
I
fine.
don't know why this is
They
here.
can't even hear it.
Is this adding? No, Gil the Wide. Is this adding? Is this really adding to the fucking Rooster Teeth flair of
Patrick,
what this
why
is?
is that there?
It was hiding your disgusting feet.
Why is
Everybody
that down there?
else feet are there. Why is this there?
Oh, you broke the glass.
It's a
though.
jar of
No, I did not
rocks.
break the. I did break the glass. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck.
It was. It definitely wasn't already broken.
Let's just blame Barb. Can we blame Barb? Let's
No.
put. Can we?
By
get,
the way,
can I get a
Patrick
trash
hates when you
bag?
break
I'll put it
glass
all
on this
into the
set.
trash bag. Then we go
I
to Barb's
imagine.
desk and we just
I
dump the
understand.
trash bag on it.
He's furious back there right now.
People
Who's
should
mad?
be upset when anyone breaks
Who's
glass
mad?
anywhere.
Patrick doesn't like when you break glass on the set.
Patrick, I'm sorry.
Last
Where's
time when
Patrick?
glass was
doesn't like it
broken,
either.
Gus stormed off the set.
Patrick, where are you? Wave your hand. Are you mad at me, Patrick?
Oh, wave all the fingers, Patrick.
He's
That's
doing
good.
it. Patrick, it wasn't on purpose. Does that help or hurt?
I feel like the second one was.
$50,000 fine.
Patrick, do you remember the funny stuff? Do
You
you
can buy
remember
3
when
steaks.
Bernie spiked a PS4 and nobody gave him shit?
I didn't
Just because he owns the
spike-
company, that can happen?
I tried to
Okay, yeah,
do
that's a
this,
thumbs
and it
up.
was a
Patrick,
fumble.
you made a thumbs up.
Shit happens.
Patrick, whenever you want to come out here and touch my nipples and make good about it, it's okay. Just let me know.
He's the one who gave you the ice.
I can't remember what was I talking about.
People like grapes.
No, who the fuck knows?
So I would go and I would feed Gavin a grape, one grape
Like
at
a
a time,
dog.
and he would always get excited. It was like Pavlovian. So I'd walk in and I'd say, "Hey, Gavin, here's a grape," and he'd go, "Oh," and he'd get a grape. So he's always happy to see me. That's why he hangs around me to this
I
day.
would see you and salivate. I'd be like, "Where's my grape? I haven't had a grape today."
And so when I was explaining to the podcast audience about this thing where I'd go in and feed Gavin one grape, he goes, "Well, people like grapes," and for whatever reason, when he said people like grapes, everyone on Twitter was like, "People
It's one of those
people
things where if
do
you
like
It's a
explain
simple
it,
truth. It's a
Yeah,
simple
it's
truth.
simple
It
truth.
is.
it
I
makes
like
no
grapes.
sense.
I get it.
Everyone likes
I can
grapes.
relate.
I've never
Except
seen you
Bernie.
eat a grape.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Of course.
So-
not. I like them though.
Seedless grapes only, though.
Yes.
To be fair.
I don't think I've ever had a grape with a seed in it.
On the trip to Tokyo,
You
Gavin
crazy?
got a grape with seeds in it. He said it's not worth it.
I mean,
He
it's
was
the
very
same
frustrated.
size.
Worth it.
It's the same size as a grape without a seed. It's like, well, what am I going to go to the extra effort of de-seeding a grape? I'm
No,
just going to
food being
spit
worth
stuff.
it though, that's a big thing. Like honestly, we had chicken wings earlier. They weren't the best.
Again, they were chicken legs.
but
for
their
the
ease
record.
of eating.
They were good.
Get 'em
Lollipop
credits.
chicken wings.
That's
But
what
they
they were
were
called.
Apparently
chicken
a
legs.
thing.
They just said chicken lollipops.
Chicken
And I'll tell you how I knew.
wings.
I'll tell you how I knew, as a
You
chicken
take us how you
connoisseur,
know.
that they're legs, is they had that tendon in there. When you have the tendon in there, you have a drumstick. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Greg Miller, and I just might be a small town chicken lawyer, but I know the difference between a wing and a leg.
So
A wig and a leg?
a wing.
One of Greg's shows that he does is Oreo Oration, where he tests all the ridiculous flavors of Oreos.
Have you had the Swedish fish one?
Have you
yet?
tried
No, I
Swedish
haven't
fish
done an
one?
episode in like 18 months.
Let me tell you about Swedish Fish. So one of the earliest like corporate sponsorships we got was Swedish Fish, and they were bringing the brand back from wherever the fuck it was. So they asked a young Gus Sorola to come out to San Francisco, and Gus was going to take a trip out to Swedish Fish, and they gave him a stipend to do it. And he said, "Well, I'm going out on behalf of Rooster Teeth, so they will pay the stipend to Rooster Teeth, and then Rooster Teeth will pay for all of his travel and everything like that."
What word are you saying there?
Stipend?
Stipend.
I don't know that
It's
word.
money. It's a
Like an
We're going to
allowance.
give you $500 to eat food around
It's a
here.
fee, Gavin. It's a fee for like Gus's appearance at the thing. So the fee was $1,500 if I recall correctly. Gus spent $2,800 on the trip.
It was a business. You got to spend
buy a
money. You got to spend
bunch
money
of
to make
Swedish
money.
He bought a ridiculous plane ticket and then he
No,
ate at, like
did not buy a ridiculous plane
he
ticket.
ate
I
at,
bought
like
a
the
plane ticket.
nicest restaurants. And
Did
we
not eat at
calculated
the nicest
we
restaurants.
lost $1,300 on the Swedish Fish sponsorship.
Listen,
That's business?
you got to spend money to make money.
But that's
That's a
losing
great
then.
point.
Yeah. Not,
Would you be here today without the Swedish
Right.
Fish sponsorship?
That's true.
It was interesting. I learned a lot that I applied to Rooster Teeth projects moving forward.
All
That's
I
a
hope is that you
wasted
ate
stipend.
$1,300 worth of fucking Swedish Fish while
No,
you were
but
there.
dude, who likes those though? Is
Everyone.
there a fan group for Swedish
everyone.
Fish?
I mean,
Look,
once
at,
in a-
look at
it's
this sellout. He's doing
it
the
was-
corporate-
it wasn't-
Gus puts on a Swedish
It
Fish
wasn't
hat.
a sponsorship.
It wasn't.
It was not.
You were a
sponsorship.
consultant.
I was a consultant.
So you advise
Were they
them?
like, please help us?
I helped advise
Yo,
some,
nobody likes Swedish Fish. What do we do?
some marketing initiatives.
They're like, everybody likes gummy bears, not Swedish Fish.
So
What
you
do we
went
do?
and talked about Swedish Fish philosophy to them.
I came up with a lot of ideas for live
Why are
event
they asking you?
Live event.
for live event activations that we then ended up that they didn't end up using that we then ended up using at RTX.
They're like, have you ever?
Are
like,
you legitimately worried about? Do you think I'm actually worried about the fact that you're $1,300 in the
Listen,
hole? And I've remembered it for 8 years.
What is this? Dinner for one person?
Oh, I know what you're getting
Your
at.
Kobe beef?
nailed it? Gus nailed it.
No, he knows what I'm getting at. No, I don't give a fuck. This is the first time you brought it up in like 10 years since it happened.
God,
Of course
I
I'm not
love this.
worried. Worried? $1,300 10 years ago?
I think Swedish Fish owes us some Swedish fish.
No,
That's all
they
I'm saying.
don't.
So what is it, like
You
a
don't
gummy
want that.
fish?
Is there a parent company for that?
Who knows? I hope it's not
Sweden.
someone I like.
It's the national
fish. So I saw something really interesting yesterday.
Really? More interesting than Greg with the
More
nipples cut off
interesting
his shirt.
than that. I realized that I knew that they were making it, but I'd never seen it. I realized that you can watch Colombian Breaking Bad on Netflix.
On US Netflix.
On US Netflix. I was flipping through Netflix and then I got to the category of violent TV drama and I was like, "Oh, I want to see what's in here."
So it's just Breaking Bad dubbed in Spanish?
No, they remade Breaking Bad using actors from Colombia.
Walter Blanco.
Walter Blanco is the name.
Wait.
of
So
Walter
it's the
White.
exact same story, exact same plot points, exact same scripts.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, was it like
small
The
differences?
Office with like, there's...
No.
Great
It's a
point.
lot more similar.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Please tell me that Jesse's called Yesy.
No, his name is there's the thing. It's Jose Rosas.
Is this it? Is this real or is this fan art?
That is it. That
looks like fan art.
That is Jesse Pinkman on Jose Rosas on the
God
left
damn, look
and
at
Walter
that.
Blanco on the
this
right.
looks like the poster for a porn where Hitler fucks the Spanish
Wow.
Listen, Franco.
All right.
That's
well,
what I
that
keep thinking
happens.
about.
That's what it looks like.
About every 5
Andy
minutes.
Cortez,
I'm
can I
like,
get a minority report? Not good. It's not good, he says. All right, cool.
there are some pornish music. There is some pornish music used in the TV show.
Okay.
So it's a little.
Do they
awkward.
melt a dude in a
These
bucket?
are kind of funny references.
I'm on that
full-blown
episode.
racists.
Yes, no, they melt him in the bathtub. I
Yeah.
remember it in the bathtub.
Right.
Yeah,
I wonder if
just
there's
watched that
anything
episode last
like contextually that don't make sense.
Have you gone to Los Hermanos, whatever?
night. Not yet. I'm still on season 1. They, since it's in Colombia, they talk about meth as being a new drug there that's coming from the Mexicans and from the U.S.
Really?
Yes. So
Take that, Colombia.
They
gotcha.
they blame Mexico and the U.S.
What
for
other
meth
countries have
coming
made this show?
in. As far as I know, just Colombia.
God,
We
I
were
want a
talking about
Japan
the
one.
Japanese.
Give me a
That'd be
Japanese
so
Breaking Bad.
awesome.
The
After we
English
started
one-
watching it, Esther and I were like, we hope every country in the world
Well,
makes
if
Breaking Bad
England
now.
made one, he would see that he has cancer and then just go on the NHS and not have to make any meth. And it'd be a really boring and
It
short
would
show.
be. That'd be awesome.
We're
With like
so
3
great.
episodes.
The
No, no,
Brexit?
it would
Remember
be
the Brexit?
20
I don't
episodes of
understand
him
it, but I
waiting
know
for
it was
treatment
bad.
in the waiting room.
America, guns. We're cool. We got freedom.
Breaking Bad in UK would suck so bad because he would have no reason to make the drugs.
That's
And
what I
then-
just said.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then, like, all the scenes with guns, it'd just be like British people sitting around being impolite to each other. What would that be?
My word. That's how British people talk.
Talks.
There'd be a scene in a lift, though. It'd be wicked.
In a lift.
Be a
What's the
bad-
best lift scene in a movie?
Is there one in Kingsman where they just have a chat on the way down?
Do they? I don't think so.
Kingsman is such a weird movie.
Weird.
That lady who played the agent with the knife legs.
She was
Yeah.
in the new Star Trek.
She's in the new Star Trek. She's awesome in that.
Yeah.
I fully expected to go in and hate that character. I love that character. Good character.
I like Kingsman, but there were a couple of very bizarre scenes that didn't fit with that movie tonally.
Star Trek Beyond, by the way. What's the name of it?
Like what?
Beyond.
The church scene
Yeah.
it seemed out of place,
Beyond.
and also the princess talking about anal sex.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like that was like.
But who doesn't talk
what?
about anal sex?
No, it didn't fit with the rest
all
of the movie.
muscles.
Fit with Star Trek
So
Beyond.
bizarre.
That
That was
church
a
scene was
weird,
chaos.
like, at the very end of the movie, that whole butt sex anal thing just came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
It usually
Yeah.
does.
You're now selling me on this movie. I didn't see this movie, but now I gotta see it.
Lots of
Yeah,
heads
you gotta go the whole
exploding.
movie, and then you get this butt sex scene at the end of
The
it.
princess is like, fuck me in the butt.
It's like she's a
She's like,
Swedish
if you save the
princess.
world, you can fuck me in the butt. It's like, what?
He's not even exaggerating. That's
Does he do
literally,
it?
I believe,
Is that
the
the
line.
end of
Oh
is
yeah,
that
and
the
then
scene?
It's like the
then
last 2
like,
minutes.
give me a
2
few
minutes.
minutes. I'm getting this champagne. I'm gonna go see the princess. Like, what the fuck is happening in this movie?
Yeah. It went
Yeah.
off the rails a little bit there at the end. However, I will say this about Kingsman. Has the single greatest long action sequence that I've ever seen.
Which one?
In the church.
Oh, but the church scene was so weird, totally
the
with
church
the rest
scene
of the
is
movie.
fucking incredible.
My favorite part of that movie was the backwards car chase,
It's good.
where
yeah.
the police are chasing them and then they're driving back. I'd never seen that before.
Backwards car chase, cool. Church scene, cool. Butt sex scene, didn't live up to the hype.
It just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
It didn't fit. It did
came out of
not
nowhere.
fit. Like
It usually doesn't fit.
Describe the princess to me.
The whole air of like sophistication and class, and
Tim's
then like
mic
the whole,
drop right
all
there.
that.
Oh, I'm
It'll
sorry,
sex-
Gus,
Making it fit
that
is half
you're
the
too
fun.
sophisticated for butt sex.
It was.
Some
weird.
people like it. It's not a
was
big
weird.
deal.
No,
You just
no
take it.
judgment. It's fine.
Sounds
if you're
really
into
judgy.
that.
It sounds like you're judgy. You're like, oh, here's Gus watching this movie with his monocle, and so she's a princess.
No, the monocle
She
fell out.
can't
I
like
went,
butts.
Whoa!
I didn't like the bit where they had to shoot the puppy, but it wasn't a real gun.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's like you had to shoot the dog.
It's like in Men in Black when they had to shoot the girl in the alien thing to get submission into the Men in Black.
Yeah.
Which men in
Little
black?
girl
Men in
with
Black
the
1, of
books in
course.
the middle of the night.
Yep,
She's
yep.
up to something.
You know, yeah.
Physics.
Big old Will Smith fans right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Gus and
gotcha.
Greg. That's
Welcome
what's
to
up.
Earth.
Well,
Remember when Will Smith used to do the theme songs to his movies? I missed
We
that.
going straight
Can you imagine him doing Suicide
to
Squad?
I get
the
it.
Wild Wild West. podcast?
I get embarrassed anytime I hear Miami on the radio. The welcome to Miami.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, no.
Ormen Hinglin Oblongata. That's what they say. That's the
Patrick, I'm
part.
texting you a cool piece of fan art that I just discovered.
Sweet Jesus.
Ormingino Omblablata? Was that it?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What's that?
I speak
You know,
Spanish now,
that was,
apparently. Thank
Eva
you.
Mendez's first role on camera.
Oh, was it?
What's that?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Eva Mendes.
In
Oh,
which
Patrick,
movie?
it tells me that you don't exist.
Via
There's a thing right there. If you look right there, Bernie,
the Miami.
What?
Wild West?
if you look right
No,
there,
the Miami music video.
or right there, it tells you where to send it.
Oh, very cool.
Control at roosterteeth.com.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm sorry, this is my first time on this show. Do we not say control at roosterteeth.com?
Well, I mean,
Is that a bad email to
From
say out
next week
loud?
on,
I'm
I
going to
guess we
send this
don't.
to you before it completely gets destroyed. They're taking down the signs right now.
they both took down both email signs. That was the best thing I've ever seen. And then I'm throwing them across the room.
I just thought it was okay
I like
to say if you have
that
if
one
you have a
5
funny
seconds is now like so many minutes of work for
if you
someone
have a funny
else
gift to
set up a
send,
new
send
email
it to
address.
control at roosterteeth.com.
Funny
Do you have a funny
Maybe
porn
a video? A video that you think will be
Do
funny.
you have a Trojan virus? Send it
How long would it
to
be?
All right,
control
I
at
sent it to you,
roosterteeth.com.
Patrick, so good luck with that.
That's the last email you'll ever receive at that address.
First and last.
And Patrick, just to make sure that you get it, I will also send
For
it to
your
your...
next signs you put up, say, don't read this on the fucking air, all right? I don't know.
What else do you want to
Patrick,
read?
don't worry, I'll also send it to your phone
your
number,
phone number, Gavin?
512...
Oh my god.
That was good. That was a good email address while it lasted.
Oh, I wish we had a camera pointing that way. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, they tore all the signs down. They're all gone.
They were
I'm
furious.
really sorry.
No, but
but
it's-
Patrick,
they were
I'm sorry.
furious.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
You
Can I get a
broke
thumbs up or a
glasses.
thumbs down? Can I get
Nah,
something?
he's not giving you anything.
Oh, it's the middle finger. Middle finger. He gave me the middle finger.
Hey,
I
that's the
deserve
thing that somebody
that.
sent to me is
it's
podcast
wicked.
in Rick and Morty style.
Oh,
that's
see,
great.
that was totally worth blowing up your email address that you can never use again.
I liked what they did with the
How the tables
portal.
on the piss?
What does he call it? What does he call his gun? It's not a portal gun, is it? What does he call it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant show.
Dimensional something?
There you go. Dimensional something.
You should all go watch
something.
House of Cosby's.
The House of Cosby's is the real winner.
What's House of Cosby's?
It's the guy who does Rick and Morty. His first series he ever did was House of Cosby's, and it's it's a 5-episode run. No, 4 or 5 episodes on the web.
Get there.
Of it's from Justin Roiland, and the idea is that there's this fan of Bill Cosby who takes the Cosby hair and makes clones of Cosby because he wants to hang
This
out
was
with
back when he
Cosby.
was cool.
Exactly. This is before the whole
Cosby
He's
thing.
a monster. But then at episode 5 or 6, depending on what I just told you, he gets a cease and desist, so he has to stop doing it. But it's really, really good.
It was one of those videos that came through and IGN stopped working that day because everybody gathered around your desk is just like we're watching.
Well, it's 'cause it was
the
old as
entire
shit.
series of House of
It
Cosby.
was old as shit, and yeah, I was like, "You've never heard of House Cosby?" I thought it was like one of those. I'm usually late to internet.
I
stuff.
think I've seen this.
I'm sorry,
brilliant.
you know everything, Bernie.
No, I'm just saying.
It's cool, no big deal.
Playing
Just
along.
finish the podcast by yourself.
Just break something on your way out, Greg.
So
He
upset.
threw a PS4 at this.
I didn't
I'm
throw
sorry that
a
I keep
PS4.
saying control at roosterteeth.com. Do you have a nude of your girlfriend? Send it to control at roosterteeth.com.
Send us Tim's Twitter account that he follows, where
Please
they
do.
only cover the nipples, apparently.
Well, they do. You know what I'm
they?
talking about.
That's
Here's the thing. You're
that's
here acting like
Instagram.
you don't know what I'm talking about. Everybody
don't-
knows
I
what I'm
really-
talking
let's
about.
Instagram.
Everyone knows what Tim's talking about.
That's
Yeah.
all of Instagram.
Yeah.
Tim Gettys.
Can I get the
I'm gonna see
the
who he-
Black Thunder?
I'm going to see who he follows.
Has anybody registered gregsnips.com?
No, I think
No,
Greg
there
MillersNips.com, I think.
really
Greg
are like
Millersnips.com.
4 GoFundMe's for you, though.
I'm gonna look into it.
I'll look it up. Well,
Yeah,
it's
look
about
into
we're getting pretty close to wrap up time.
Tim is
Thank
following
God, I gotta
640 people. That seems respectable.
Plus, I got to help these idiots over here set up a new email address and
Do you think
signs
Tim
to say,
follows you,
"Don't
Gus?
read out control at roosterteeth.com."
yes, he does.
I do.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap up.
Who do you think is the last person at Rooster
So-
Teeth that Tim followed?
Want to thank everyone for watching.
Absolute last.
Andy Cortez.
Oh. If you have a podcast theme song, send it to podcast@roosterteeth.com. It's right there. Speaking of email fuck ups, our email fucked up. So if you sent us one recently, please resend it. There was
But
a
you
problem
can,
with
you
it.
can cut out the middleman and just go to control at
Do
roosterteeth.com.
not do that.
If you want,
send your podcast theme to podcast@roosterteeth.com, and we might use it in an upcoming show and put your name
we
in the
should
credits.
make one, Greg. We should make a Rooster Teeth.
So thanks everybody for watching.
It's
We'll see you guys next week. Greg Miller and Tim will not be here. Tim is welcome back. Greg is not.
Let's Play Live
but you can see
Chicago.
them at Let's Play Live Chicago. Go to roosterteethlive.com.
If you raise
and pick
enough
up a
money,
ticket.
you see these big beauties.
Do not
Is
raise
that what
any
you
money.
want to
Do
see?
not do that.
Is that what you want to see,
I
Chicago?
mean, you've
you
given it
sick
all
fucks?
away for free already.
You want me to fucking stomp on your nuts, Chicago? I'll do it.
What? All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Mega 64 is terrible.
Dum